You talking about BBN? Come on. All lies.
Do you
lies
love Gantt
after
charts?
lies after lies.
Here's how easily you...
Let me get this fixed for y'all. Did y'all see him last night, first of all? Just come on here lying about everything. Oh, the text. What did I tell you first time? What did I tell you? These motherfuckers tell me, I told you this. I've been telling you this. Motherfucker, you didn't tell us nothing we didn't already know, you dipshit. That kills me with this dude, man. He gets on there and talks like he told us something a long time ago about some case or some shit. Motherfucker, what have I been coming on here and telling you guys? What have I been coming on here and telling you? Motherfucker, you didn't say nothing. You said nothing last night. Absolutely nothing.
Shout out to everybody that be at work and pull up at work and listen to me ramble. Shout out to y'all that be playing me in y'all office also, so everybody else can listen. Shout out to all the truck drivers out there. So we didn't do a live the other night, and somebody, more than one person hit me up the next day, and they was like, yo, look, they missed the fact that I didn't do a live.
I fucking highly doubt that.
So I got
80 degrees in grandma.
Make sure that even when I don't have a
Shout
live
out
going,
to Dog Soldier,
I
man.
need to put a premiere or something up for you guys, like I used to do before.
Pulling up at $10 cash app, man. Appreciate you, Pimp. All prayers go to the family.
Out there.
You
shout
and yours,
out to all y'all
Pimp.
office workers that
You
playing me
and
on
yours,
blast.
dog. For sure, for sure. Oh!
Somebody sent me a thing the other day for me to sign up to become a influencer for ESPN or some shit.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, it's not nothing that's definite. It's like, you got to sign up for it, and I guess they decide whether they want to use you or not. It's like
look at his face, y'all.
But I haven't been working out and exercising the way that I want to. When we get back to doing that, then I'm gonna make sure that we start pulling up, because we got to go find a gym, one of the gyms that hopefully already have the cameras. So, because we got to go find a gym for us to go basketball, for us to go get busy at. So I don't have to bring my own camera. But they got the gyms that they have their own camera, and then you could download the shit. So yeah, that right there.
Yeah, okay. That works if you have people that give a fuck, right, Jack? That works if you have people that give a fuck. Let's do this motherfucker roll call this morning. We got 9 people in the building. Jay Hodges, salute to you, sir. How are you doing, my friend? How are you doing? Cuddy's in the motherfucking building. We got Lala. Salute and love. You too, girl. You too, girl. What's up, Wookie? What's popping, Wookie? Dog Soldier definitely in the building. Definitely in the building. We're gonna need you to get it together, Frost, because if that's what you plan on doing, every time you go to a courthouse, that shit's gonna be whack. This shit's gonna be whack, yo.
And if you try to
got on here last night.
They're not gonna understand.
He got on here last motherfucking night talking about everything that went on in the courtroom, right? Which was a bunch of mess. Like it, bro. Shut the fuck up. You ain't been telling us nothing that you read us. You didn't tell us nothing during the Megan. There's nothing that you have told us that we don't already know, bro. And then the man comes up in the motherfucking live and says, well, what's up with the gun case? He pled guilty to a case for the gun, right? Federal case, right? He's like, oh, I don't know. Maybe they might be able to use it. I don't know. You didn't know this, man? You didn't know that him pleading to the fucking gun case Fed might affect the state case? You'd have no idea. I don't think this is the man that we need there, bro. We don't need that man there. We don't need you there, bro. He said $5 will smack that bitch. Oh, man. Boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. You already know, bro. If I could reach out and touch something right now, Woo! Good morning to everyone. I hope y'all are blessed
Oh,
today,
homie
man.
vibe
'Cause
too. I'm gonna vibe. I was vibing when I came in.
y'all are a
Vibing
true
as fuck.
blessing to me. That's all I can say about that one, man. Y'all are a true blessing to me.
And we've already been live for like 2 hours. So we got some good content. You can't really expect from people. You know what I'm saying? It's real low.
You got some good
But when I be
content.
going live, and then you know what I'm saying, it's a difference between people who just doing whatever they doing and when people are trying to be disruptive. There's a difference. You know
You
what I'm
hear?
saying?
You hear
I
this
don't
dude?
think that.
Storm Money. That's a fake account. That's a
But
fake
I do
ass
talk about
account.
everything. Yo, remember
That
that time
account
we was
was
at the other
fucking jocking
laundromat
me
and the
when I
lady was
first
trying
started
to
doing
stop the kids
videos.
in the
That's a
food
fake
thing?
ass account. Get the
And then
fuck
I
out
don't
of
know what
here.
happened. And then she went and got her
Motherfucker was
husband.
jocking
And
me
her
when I
husband
first
pulled
started.
up.
Oh, Jack did
I
that to
was like, yo,
me
whatever,
too.
nigga.
Now all of a sudden you
That shit
just
was
friends
dumb
salute
funny.
Jack now again.
That lady
Oh
was
fuck out of
crazy,
here with
man.
that fake ass bullshit, man. Y'all are easy, man.
She tried to use
Y'all are
all of the dryers that
easy.
day.
Y'all can't even troll right anymore, man. Y'all can't even put y'all real trolling down because y'all are so easy. You just fucking with a weirdo and can't take it. You can't take it, man. He don't
What y'all want to talk
understand the
about? Put it in
trolling
the
game.
chat, man.
That dude is getting trolled by the easiest fucking people trolling there is.
Oh man,
Straight up.
it's time to eat.
It's fucking
So we
odd
was
to
in the
me.
court the other day, right?
It's very
My
odd. Like these
stomach
dudes have
started
no memory
growling
or
as
something.
soon as it got to like 11:30,
Like,
12
I
o'clock.
remember
So I'm sitting in the
everything.
courtroom
These
and
motherfuckers will be in there
some like they sleep
trolling.
close enough to
Come to
hear
my
it.
comment
My
section
stomach just started going
a
crazy.
year
Like,
ago.
dude, it's time
Well,
for
come into my
lunch,
comment
OD.
section a whole
I was like, oh
fucking
Lord.
year ago. Oh, he
I
did
hope
that
nobody
to
don't
me.
think I'm
Oh,
passing
fuck
gas.
Frost,
That
blah
was
blah
the
blah. And
first
then
thing I
now
thought.
he's over there fucking in that comment section. I'll take y'all right to the comment. I know exactly which videos it was in. That's how weird this is, bro. It makes me feel like it's a fucking sham, bro. Salute, dog, James S.
My stomach was going crazy. I was like,
It makes me feel like these dudes have been doing this dude like this forever. That's what it makes me
Lord,
feel like. It makes me feel like Jack been getting trolled forever.
we already. All right.
That's like this guy don't even know who he's been talking to for the last 2 fucking years. It's
Shout
odd
out
to
to
me,
everybody
man.
that hit that like button. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat.
Oh, all of a sudden they stopped,
Right,
huh?
leave that in the machine.
Yeah.
Do that sometimes.
Please tell
I
me
left
last
my
night y'all
freaking,
seen this.
I left my
I wish
freaking
I could have stayed live with y'all, but I had to, had to do my family
my
thing
green
because that's what I do
army
first.
green. What's the name of
Family
that?
first before anything, y'all. But this
Anyway, one of my
motherfucking
army
idiot
green hats. I left it in there. And that was
had a
the only
bunch
one
of
that I had
paper
left.
notes.
So I
Paper
was
notes
definitely
when
upset
people are
about that.
walking around with phones. You gotta ask yourself, is this dude all there? Is he qualified to do this? Because you don't need paper anymore, pimp.
I just said the crazy
We
thing because they go
absolutely
back and
don't
forth
need
with
paper to
crazy
jot
until we
down
start
notes.
talking. So people, when they don't know what
Where'd you
you're
go to
doing, they
school
always
at, man?
assume you're doing something that don't make no sense.
We're not talking about high school, but
So
where'd you
people
go to
just
middle
always
school
trying to
at?
do
Because
business in a negative way.
you have a
But we
phone that you
start
can
making the
literally pick
business
up,
that if we mind somebody's
take
business,
notes on
start
the
doing it in a
motherfucker, right?
positive way,
Just take
we
notes.
just change that narrative.
It's crazy. Write fucking
If we
paper
gotta, if we
notes out.
find
Get the
ourselves minding
fuck out of
somebody
here
else's
with your
business,
weird
we
ass.
start doing
It's
it in a
weird,
positive
man.
manner, because that'd be dope.
Come on, man. Let me grab my joint.
That'd be lit. You minding somebody else's business, but you do it in a positive way rather than in a negative way. You bring God's energy. That'd be lit.
And you know what's funny? He brings up his Bible verse of the day. Let me tell you, his Bible verse of the day was "Let the truth be the truth" or whatever. Yeah, buddy. If you say you're fucking getting these Bible verses from God, then He did definitely lay one on you this morning. And then he keeps saying, "Stop doing this, stop doing that, stop doing what
People
them
always want
guys
to
over
mind their
there are
business
doing,
in
and
a
start
negative
watching
way,
me.
and then
Stop
they want to
this,
get mad
stop
at
that.
you
Don't listen to those
if
guys
they
over
act
there.
the same
Them
energy
guys
that
don't
they
know what
give
they're
you.
talking about. Just listen to
They be like,
me.
oh,
You ain't doing
they say
nothing,
you
bro.
can't take a joke thing. You know the Bible says about that whole you can't take a joke thing? The Bible literally says that we're not supposed to say weirdo shit to people and then say something about them not being able to take a joke. Putting you on the game. The Bible literally says that.
Well, look at
Like,
the weirdo
that's
shit you've said,
something
dog.
God does not like.
You can't
Like, when you
believe this
say
dude
something to
for a hot
somebody and it's
second,
supposed
can
to be
you?
a
I hope
quote-unquote
nobody in
joke,
this chat
and then when
believe
they
the
take a
fucking
certain
thing he
way, you
says.
do
Because if you
anything
do,
other
you
than
don't belong over
apologize.
here.
If you come
You
back
about
and
to have
doing
your
like, yo, that
feelings
was
hurt.
just a joke, you can't. Nah, God doesn't like that.
We just take notes right here on the phone, y'all. You can
I
take
forgot
notes
the
right
passage.
here.
We read it the other day.
You don't
I
have to
forgot what the passage
fucking
is,
write all that
but we
shit
read it
out.
the other
That
day,
shit's
so
for
you notice
fucking
I'm not
looks
capping.
because of him. He's a fucking retard, dude. Book of Frost. Facts.
Like with that
Facts.
EBK dude, when he went to go do that supposed prank, and when he went to go
You
do
crying
the
about a
prank,
prank for
the
us.
people
Shut
was
up.
upset at the prank because it wasn't no prank. He was out there threatening them. That wasn't no prank. And then he had the nerve to say, yo, it's a prank. Chill. You don't know who I am. That energy is not good energy. You understand what I'm saying?
That's all you had
can't
to
be
talk
doing that.
about.
First of all of the weirdo ass prank
That
niggas
was your
need to go the way
that
of the
was
dinosaur.
your last night's
Stop doing that. Stop doing pranks
topic
to
of the
people
night
or doing what you
was a
consider to be
prank
pranks to
so that
people.
you could talk about
And if
what
they
we
don't
do.
accept the prank, act like there's something wrong with them.
I don't get it.
No, there ain't nothing wrong with them.
I don't get it.
You don't know what that person is
Because
going through
all
that
the
day.
notes
You don't
that
know
you
what that
took
person got to deal with in their life.
to tell
You don't know
us
what's going
were
on with
things that we
individual.
already
You don't
knew,
know if the thing
dipshit.
that you're doing is insulting.
Like
You
telling
might
us
know
the
it's insulting.
charges and shit. We
But
already know the
you
charges,
can't
Frost.
insult the person and then tell the person that you insulted
We
that
already
they
know
have
the
to receive
charges.
it the way that you want them to receive it. A person is going to receive
all
it
it
in the
is.
way that they're going to receive it. You understand what I'm saying? People don't like pranks. I don't like pranks.
Well, that's
I'm going to be honest
got
with you. I don't
something to
like
do with
pranks at
you,
all.
Frost, not anyone else.
That's why we don't
Look at
do
his
pranks.
face. Look at that cute face. Ain't he cute? That nice face
I
he's
don't
got.
like pranks.
That's that real light right there, bro. You talk all that shit. That's that real light right there. What's all this right here? Pits. You got potholes in your face, bro. Shut up talking about anybody else, man.
Pranks is just bullying niggas for the most part. You understand? And being too much of a sucker to keep but you a sucker. You understand what I'm saying?
And just see the
So a
size
lot
of
of
those
times, not all
motherfucking
the
jeans,
times,
y'all.
but a lot of times
Those jeans
pranks
are
is
fucking
just
huge.
somebody trying to bully somebody.
He's
but
throwing
they
on
just a
size
sucker.
48.
You understand what I'm saying?
It's amazing, man. It's amazing. Last
A
night,
lot of times.
I told y'all.
You understand what I'm
I
saying?
told
So
you guys.
I don't like pranks.
What do I keep telling y'all? That they gotta prove him guilty. No shit, Frost. You coming on here talking about you
person that I
telling us
know
stuff that the
what
whole
they would
world
do all the time
doesn't already
is
fucking
some
know.
weirdo shit and then be like, yo, it's just a
Shut
prank.
up.
You know what I'm saying? Nah,
Quit coming
we're
on here
not
with
doing
the
that.
petty
Don't
ass
play with me.
bullshit talking about you told somebody. You
Can't
ain't
take a
tell
joke.
shit.
You don't got a sense of humor. No, I got a sense of humor, but what you're doing is disrespectful. I get it. You understand what I'm saying? You think that you should be able to disrespect me, and then I laugh with you. No, I'm not never gonna laugh with you when you disrespect me. I'm never.
You're a
gonna
weirdo, dude.
You're just handle that the way that it needs to be handled.
That don't know how to
appropriate energy.
walk in life with people next to you.
I don't care about none of that pranking stuff.
You have
Don't
nothing
do pranks.
else. Look at that skin, man. Come on, Frost.
You got thousands
I thought you're cute.
of videos on YouTube who ain't never seen me do a prank.
So
I'm never gonna do a prank.
wham. Who gives a
You got
fuck?
thousands of videos on YouTube. Thousands.
Yes,
Where
you
we
do.
at? Probably about 6,000 videos right now.
What's that mean? For a person that's got 66,000 subs. What's that mean?
She went and bought coffee.
What's that mean? Because your comment section has come to a complete halt. If that ain't telling, I don't know what is. Your comment section went to a complete halt.
Like 6,000 videos on this channel alone. You'll never see me do a prank. Never see me do a prank. Never gonna see me. I don't do that. You understand what I'm saying?
What you
I
do
don't feel,
every day is considered a prank, right? What you do to people is a prank. Oh, look at my face, y'all. When you at home underneath your filters and shit. But then when you out here like this, we see the prank. We see the prank. We get it. You weird, bro. You weird, man. It's all there is to it.
That I don't want done to me. I don't feel comfortable.
Oh, now we're crying. Now we're going into the crying. You were just so happy, Frost. The world had you. Now look at you. Now you're fucking all upset. Boy, look at this clear skin you have. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, Frost. Shit's weird, man. A grown ass man know he got pits all in his face to get up here and say,
I prefer to fold my clothes
skin, y'all. Look at my
in
skin.
the
We did.
laundromat. So I used to never fold my clothes in the laundromat. What happened is I had actually got a job, and
You didn't fold your clothes at the
as
laundromat?
a
What'd you do? Throw them in a bag and carry them home?
Truck driver. I was.
That's crazy.
I worked at a budget truck rental, but the office was ran out of the laundromat. So, you know, whenever I wasn't doing my budget truck stuff, I was doing the laundromat work. And so I learned how to actually be able to keep my clothes folded after I folded them and put them in the bag. So after I learned that, that's why now
What?
I fold my clothes in the laundry. I used to never do that. I used to take them home because I don't know how to put them in the bag and keep them folded. You
That's fucking retarded.
So once I learned
that
how to do
whole
that,
story is retarded. I used to not fold my clothes. I couldn't put my folded clothes in a bag. No. No.
Like I didn't want to fold the clothes, so I would go do laundry and bring my clothes home, and now my clothes are sitting on the bed, and now I'm sleeping next to my clothes for the next 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
So shout out to that experience. Shout out to that experience.
Great experience there, Frost.
Still got over 40 people in here with us. Hit that like button, send out some notifications.
Send out some notifications. I'll say this one more time for the people in the back that didn't hear me the 15th fucking time I said it.
They can't get people
hitting the like button
talking about me.
Does not send out notifications. Good morning. How you doing, Banger? Hitting the like button does not trigger notifications. I'll say it 15 more fucking times for this idiot while he says this. Hitting the like button has nothing to do with notifications going out. It does not do it. If he believes this wholeheartedly, then Jack, you are a fucking retard. Simple as that.
I don't know what I'm gonna eat though. Anybody got any suggestions?
Hit the fucking like button.
That's another
reason. Want to hit the like button?
Because I don't be knowing what I want to eat. I don't want to choose what I want to eat.
Don't. Like, that's just how it is anymore.
We don't care what we eat half the
Shut up, Frost, you crybaby bitch. Come on, get back on your get back on your positive shit. Come on, Frost. We want to see this positive Frost. Goodness.
That's the number one reason why, ladies, when y'all be like, what are we gonna eat? And y'all be like, y'all don't know what y'all want to eat or whatever. We don't really know what we want to eat either. You know what? I do think I was thinking about some tacos the other day.
You wasn't. You was thinking about
some
making
beer, tacos on days that I'm not leaving out the crib.
You were thinking about some alcohol. Shut up.
Taco stuff, and I just sit in the house
all day and
just eat tacos all day. So that's the days I like making tacos.
Crazy.
Those are the best taco days.
Check this out.
If God came down and talked to them, if Christ came and tried to contact them and speak to them and try to give them some wisdom, they'd probably just say, you know, Christ is a sucker. You understand? So this is the type of energy that these people move with, just in general. So what are you going to do with your life?
Zoom is great to interact on a call, but when it comes to doing podcasts, you have to be using Riverside. What are you doing if you're not using
Avenue?
So right now there's 12 jurors.
No,
I think they removed one for a reason, but generally speaking, there's 12 jurors right now. They was actually looking for 6 alternates today.
12 jurors
so
right
they
now.
have the 12 jurors. They're looking for the 6 alternates, just so we can be clear. So about 11 o'clock, the jurors came in, was seated. He gave them the jury instructions. And I want to talk about the jury instructions for 1 minute, because he basically gave the type of jury instructions that I'm constantly telling y'all. I keep trying to tell you, I know the law. I know the law to a degree, right? So I've studied the law. right? So basically, one of the things that happened was, I want to say this.
This is where
They
you're
had
going
jurors
to
that was just trying to leave for like BS reasons. I don't think it makes any
we're in
sense.
for a fucking long.
They're never going to be working on
trial,
Friday.
bro.
There's no court on Friday for this trial.
We are
For
in
the explicit
a
purpose that this
long
particular
trial with
judge,
this
I
dude,
believe,
bro.
he trains other judges. So there's no court on Fridays.
That's
So-
all right. It's going to help me grow. That's all I'm going to say.
There's no court on
Me
Fridays.
going at him
So for the people that
about
don't
the
want to
shit
be,
he does
there's no
with
court
this
on
trial is
Fridays.
going to help us grow.
Imagine
You
having to
bet
go
your
serve
ass
on a
on that.
jury and you get
Anybody
the
that
choice
goes
of
to see
having
him
to
is
serve
gonna
on a
come over and
Friday
see
or
us.
not. You're going to choose no Fridays,
Thank
right?
you, Jack. Help
There's
me
no
grow,
court on
baby.
Fridays. Except for if they have to have court on the 31st. The judge explained in court, right, that you got to go into evidence. And that this is only an indictment. That the fact that he was indicted and the fact that he is on trial does not mean he's guilty. He went over this a couple of times
No
and he stated
fucking-
it in a few different ways.
Who
in
do you
order for
think
it to
you're
be
talking
clear.
to here? A bunch of fucking kids? You're always innocent until proven guilty, you fucking dummy. Till proven.
If there's anybody that cannot comment,
not proven
I would
guilty.
like to know. Please DM me or something. I want to know if there's people
You know
getting
why he wants
blocked
to know? Because
without
that
my
motherfucking
knowledge.
chat don't move. And okay,
All right, so the
Hassan
judge
Shipman,
explained
since you want to send
that
me money this morning,
that
he's thinking about you being the one blocking people. How about that one?
the state has to
Fucking
prove
dummies.
that he's guilty. That right now, as of right this moment, he's innocent.
Okay, way to go.
Right now, he's innocent. He's only been indicted on
Way to
these
go.
charges. Being
Right now, he's
indicted
innocent.
on charges do
Good
not
Miguel.
mean that you're
Okay.
guilty.
Good
Do
job.
y'all remember I just had an argument with somebody in the chat about
Goodness
that the other
fucking
day?
gracious. Nobody had an argument about this.
Just the other day. Wasn't there somebody in here? I think that was yesterday. And what are they trying to say? Well, they indicted him.
It's funny that this
And I was
dude
like, that don't mean
always gets a
anything.
new person over there, right?
Why
That knows him.
Do
that
y'all
knows
remember that was
everything that's
that was
going
last
on,
night,
that
wasn't
knows
it?
everyone. And
Did
he
we
said,
have this conversation last night?
and then the person comes up, he's like, yeah,
The
he knew
judge
the
went
math
over
and all,
multiple
y'all.
times.
It's fucking weird.
He said it in various different ways that he is
And then
only
Frost
being
just accepts
indicted.
them like he
He's
knows
not
them.
being he's only been
SC,
charged.
when is the last time you see
He is not
an
guilty.
SC
He's still
over there
innocent.
that was in the
The
chat
state has
talking
to
away for him?
prove that he's guilty.
Fuck.
And then the judge said something that I'm constantly telling y'all again. His attorneys do not have to prove that he's innocent.
God damn, what are you telling us?
And he used
Dude,
this as the
you
best
are not
example.
telling us anything
He said, you
that
know
we
how you a
don't
kid
already know.
and your parent think you did a thing, and then your parent tells you that you got to explain in order for them to believe that you didn't do the thing?
This is going to be long and drawn out, man.
So
Watch.
that's not the case here. The defendant does not have to take the stand, and his lawyers do not have to prove he didn't do anything. What do I constantly tell y'all? You do not, about 3-4 days ago, maybe a week ago,
This is
somebody came
insanity.
in, the last time we went to court, somebody came in here and said,
swears.
what do I think the defense is going to
His
say?
ass is a gold
What do I
reporter,
think the defense is?
but he ain't doing nothing.
How are they going to try to get him off? What are they going to say? What did I tell y'all? Look, listen, tell me if I'm saying anything wrong. What did I tell you?
We can't, Frost.
I said, I can't tell you
tell you
what
if
the
they're
defense
saying
is going to
anything
do.
wrong. You
Well, I
block
can't
them.
tell you what I think the defense is going to do until I know what the prosecution is going to do. Because if there's a good defense attorney, all you're trying to do is tear the prosecution's case apart. You're never trying to prove that your client is innocent. I told y'all, right? I said that's what messed up Tory Lanez.
You're never trying to prove that you're
right?
Are you the biggest dummy in the fucking world? Absolutely. Absolutely. In the end, what does that mean? You have proven your person is innocent as one of your fucking eyes just go off to the left as you speak. Look at this. Look at this. He can't even focus. He can't even beam in with his eyes. That's from alcoholism, bro.
The judge literally said, Taxstone, Darrell Campbell does not have to take the stand. Him not taking the stand does not mean that he's guilty. His
Who in the
attorneys
fuck out here
do
didn't
not
know
have
this?
to prove his innocence.
Tell me one thing Frost told us last night.
The
that
state
we
has to
didn't
prove
already
that he's
fucking know.
guilty.
Okay, great job, Frost.
Once
You
again,
went all the way up here to
there
say
is no
this.
YouTube guy out here doing this that's better than me at this. I don't care what kind of paperwork they pull out of their freaking butt cracks. I don't care how many people they get to be on a panel with them. I don't care. I'm literally telling y'all how court works.
How court works. Motherfucker, that's not your job,
And this
idiot.
is why I don't be wanting to get into BS arguments and conversations
So this
with people that
motherfucker's on the
don't know what
court
they're
side
talking
of it.
about.
You know,
Not
he
that
needs
I'm
to be
mad
on
at
the
them.
court
Not that
side
I'm
of this
angry
so
at them.
bad.
Not that I'm trying to force them to do what I want them to do. But when you're talking to somebody that don't know what they're talking about, you're only going to talk in circles.
That's what you're doing.
There's
That's
no other
exactly
way that it's
what
going to
the fuck
happen.
you are doing.
You're just going to talk in circles because they
Talking
can't even
in
understand
fucking
what you're
circles.
saying. And or they're trying to force you to say something that ain't true. So they're just trying to figure out how to get you to force to say a thing.
Hold on, bro.
Like-
Hold on, bro. Hold on. Last night, we reacted to a video with you saying Taxstone's gone. He's never coming home, man. He sucks dick. He wanted to fuck Troy. He was a fag. He's never coming home. I mark my words. He's never coming home. What the fuck makes you believe that you're entitled to come in that courtroom and talk about anybody in the right light after the fucking fact that you just dogged the shit out of him? I'd beat the fuck out of you if I was in New York City. I'm not playing. I would come beat the fuck out of you. It was a joke, man. That's a joke, bro.
Like the person the other day was trying to
What's up, bro?
convince me
What's up, Front Street?
to force me to get to say what the defense is going to do. I don't know what the defense is going
Now,
to
we
do.
didn't force you to say anything.
I
You
need to
said it
know,
all on
first
your
of all, I
own.
need to
He
know
ain't never coming home.
what the
He's
prosecution. I
got-
need
he's
to hear
gonna
the
get
opening
life in
statements
prison.
from the
He ain't never
prosecution
coming home.
before I even could formulate a good strategy that the defense could use. So I can't tell you a strategy that the defense could use.
Can't tell us
Shout out to
nothing,
the
bro.
judge for making
You're
that
finished.
so clear.
Watch
That's
how
one of those
many-
times that
I'm
I
telling
wish
you,
I was recording. I
anybody
wasn't,
he
obviously.
gains from
But that's one of
watching
the
this
times
trial,
I wish
I will
I
gain.
was recording. I wish.
Mark my words. It ain't gonna do nothing but help me blow up too. Fuck it. Go ahead, Jack. Because I'm gonna rebuttal every fucking
I
thing
wish.
you say about this court trial. I'm gonna be all over your head about
Because he explained the thing that I've been trying to explain here for the longest. Obviously, better than
it.
I
Well,
could
you ain't
explain it.
explain nothing, dude.
Okay, so Taxstone is on trial for. I'm going to tell you what the charges actually are.
Nobody wants
He's
to do that,
indicted
man.
for murder.
I honestly
He's
think no one
indicted
wants.
for attempted murder on 2 people. And he's
You get in there
indicted
yawning.
for assault in the
You
first
half drunk.
degree. I wrote down 2 people, but I heard the judge say 3. So I might have missed
This gonna be.
one
He
of the
thinks this
people.
gonna be his motherfucking.
Tax is on trial for
This gonna be his 6'9"
the murder
moment.
of
I don't
Ronald
think so, bro.
McFadder.
Not on
And
my watch,
basically
man.
what that entails is that he brought the weapon there and fired it with the intent to do what he did. There was intention behind
Yeah,
it.
you're
That's
gonna have the
basically
laundry room
what
live
the judge
in your house, in your own house.
intimated, clarified
That's what I thought.
that
I'm
when
thinking,
he
dude,
brought the
shut the
weapon
fuck up.
there, it was an
He
intention
said,
to
we
use the
started
weapon.
this laundry room
There was an
live.
intention.
Anybody else?
Now I want to stop real
I've
quick
not
a
seen
second
one
because I want to
person doing
explain
it,
something
bro.
to y'all.
Shut up.
Y'all know how
No
there
one
be
cares,
people
bro.
that they go get
So
indicted
you
for
just
murder.
invented it all. I
and
know.
people be like, "Yo, why
Who's
they
popping
is it murder
basic?
2 and not murder 1?" And I'd be like, "Well, if it's murder 1, they have to prove that the guy meant to do it. If it's murder 2, then all they got to prove is that the person did it." Pardon me. If it's murder 2, all they got to do is prove that the person did it. If it's murder 1, they have to prove that the person was intending to do it before they
I'm
did
watching
it, or
draws over here.
along those lines, that there was an intention. You understand what I'm saying? Before the fact, it was like premeditated. There was an intention. Murder 2 is
damn, man.
not an intention.
Oh,
You understand? When there was no pre-intention. There was no, you didn't plan on doing this beforehand. It's just something that
shut up,
you
Frost.
did, and you did something
This
on
is
purpose,
going
and the
to
thing
be
that you
a
did on
laughing stock
purpose created the situation,
of
but you
trial,
didn't
'cause I'm gonna make sure.
plan on doing this thing to create that situation before it happened. So why is this so important? Besides, I try to delineate the difference between this with y'all all the time, and sometimes we have people that come into the chat and try to tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. This is why so often when y'all see these people and y'all be like, oh, but they meant to do, the government has to prove there was an intention. Now I want to mention something real quick. This is why, what do I keep saying? All of those videos where Taxstone was talking about he was going to slap him, but Taxstone was talking about violence that he was going to commit against Troy Ave. What have I been telling y'all? That's not good, and that does not help Tax.
What's about the videos about you?
My dude, I've been telling y'all nothing wrong.
What you've done doesn't help Tax.
I've been telling you 0 things wrong.
You said doesn't help Tax.
I've been on point with what I'm talking
Here
about.
you are in the fucking courtroom.
So basically, just so we can be clear,
What you have said about Taxstone doesn't help Tax.
Murder
But
1,
yeah, here you are sitting in that fucking
there was an
courtroom trying
intention.
to tell us something.
It wasn't an
Oh,
accident.
fuck, you don't know anything better than
It wasn't
anyone
something
else,
that happened
dipshit.
because of something that was being done.
You on here
And
trying to
it
teach
was,
people the courts, law shit. Bro, you can't
coincidence.
teach
There
me
was an
nothing
intention.
about this. I have beaten
Now,
cases.
he's also
I have
being
beaten
charged with
them.
attempted because Troy Ave got hit, but he's still alive. So they're basically saying that he intended to take both of them out. He only got one of them, and the other one was hit. Now, there was a couple of other people who also got hit. I think there was 2. Obviously, I can read their names because obviously we know who they are, but I'm not gonna at this time.
Said, man.
And those were insult in the
This
first
dude
degree.
is not saying
Because there was no
nothing.
intent to take their lives.
He isn't
Get it?
bringing anything
Like, okay, so
to the table.
they were
He's not
shot
changing
and Troy Ave was
anything.
shot.
It's all the same jargon.
But the state is saying
Jargon,
Troy Ave
man.
was a target. You get it?
Yeah, it's like a little kid with all the toys.
They weren't a target. They
More to
just
play with. He keeps saying
collateral damage.
who blocked who in the chat.
I don't want to
because,
say it
you
like
know,
that, but
you
like
give
that.
me a drop and they block the people with the drops. So let's say Hassan shit. Let's saying your mods are blocking people in.
But they're also saying, just so
That's
we can be clear,
exactly what you were
that
getting
these
at
people
until
were
Hassan
hit and
dropped
they were
money on
intended
you,
to
and
do
it's like,
injury.
oh,
So
thank you, Hassan.
2
Shut
more
up, dude. You're a
charges
fraud,
he's also
bro.
being hit with, just so
You're
we
a
can be
fraud.
clear. Criminal possession of a weapon in the 2nd degree.
We know all the
Possession of a
charges, bro. We
firearm
can look
outside
them
of the
up.
home and or business.
This is things that we can look
And
up on our
illegal
own.
possession of a loaded firearm
Jesus
with
Christ.
the intent to use
This is
against
things
another
that,
person.
hold on. These are things. Then he starts talking about the witnesses. He brings up who the witnesses are going to be. Bro, we've known who the witnesses are going to be for 3 fucking years, bro. 3 goddamn years, Frost. We've known what the fuck you're telling us. That tells us you haven't done any research on your own. You're just going down there and spitballing it. You're an
Outside
idiot,
of the
dude.
home
A
and or
fucking
place of business.
idiot, dude.
So those are the charges that he's currently facing. Now, they talked about cooperating witnesses, just so we can be clear.
We already know
Now,
who that
also,
is.
just so we can be clear, a lot of
We
this
know
stuff
who
was
that
spoken
is
about
by
the last time I
name.
was there also, because they're speaking about the same things with all of the jurors.
Oh
right?
my God.
But this time I decided I didn't have nothing to take notes with last time. I had
How
something
about
to
one
take
of
notes with this
these?
time.
Didn't have nothing to take notes with. How about one of these, Frost? How about a fucking telephone? These things have a note.
We've helped millions of creators improve their SEO to grow their YouTube channels. TubeBuddy is a platform.
If, just so we could be clear, I would have had something to take notes with last time, I wouldn't have stayed today. Because I've already had
Phone,
these
maybe,
notes,
Frost?
so I
Maybe
wouldn't
a
have stayed.
phone, bro?
Is anybody getting kicked out? I'm curious. Let me know.
Blows my mind. It blows my mind, y'all. If anybody's getting kicked out, would you let me know, please? That means your moderators are kicking people, dipshit. Go look in your graveyard. Go look at something in your fucking app. Something. You can find out all of this by looking.
Okay, so they talked about cooperating witnesses. I'm gonna go over this real quick.
We know who the cooperating witnesses are, bro. We know. We were told this.
So basically,
3
they
years
flat out
ago.
said this. Ooh, let me move
He's washing the neighborhood socks and drawers.
So they
You
flat
seen
out
them
said this.
pants, bro? Them motherfuckers is this man. You seen them pants, man? That
Which
motherfucker
Fed
can
case?
jump
I mean,
into them
they
things,
could
man.
bring
Them
up
motherfuckers
any
are-
case.
He
I
can
would
jump out
assume.
airplanes with them bitches on his
That
back.
anybody, why wouldn't they be able to? I mean, I would assume they could
I'm not
bring
talking
up
about
any case
big
they
pants.
choose.
I'm talking about his little ass.
SC, are you still in here? I'm curious to find out if people are getting kicked out or removed from the chat after they do donations. I'm curious to find out.
He can't trust his own moderating crew. That is so sad, man.
Okay, good.
So fucking sad.
Did they bring up the Fed case?
Can they bring up the Fed case?
I'm getting some weird feedback over here, if y'all don't mind.
Feedback.
I think people are getting kicked.
This isn't broadcasting like you think, Jack. The feedback doesn't happen.
I don't. So why wouldn't they? Okay, let me finish what I'm doing over here, and then I'll answer questions. Is that fine?
You don't get feedback because
Let me finish what I'm doing over here, then I'll answer questions. Because why shouldn't they be able to bring up a case that he pled guilty to? I don't think that doesn't make sense to me. I don't know why you would ask such a question. And they didn't speak about that in court, so I wouldn't know. But I don't see no reason why they wouldn't be able to.
Oh my god!
If you're getting kicked, please come back and let me know that you got kicked, because I think that people are getting kicked out. Because I think I'm almost getting kicked out.
You're making me tired, Frost, with your fucking
right,
loops
so
you're jumping in. Yeah,
they talked about cooperating witnesses, and basically
that's why
the
his
judge
pants are
said
tied so tight. He's got
that there are
pervert
some
belt that hangs
witnesses
because
who
he
will
has
be
nowhere else to put
testifying,
it. Them pants
so
are
they can
too damn
hopefully
big.
get a favorable
He's watching dude draw in the
recommendation
lockup. You already
from
know.
the district attorney's office.
You already know he was.
To the judge
Definitely
in whatever case
clown.
that they're involved in,
Most
so they could get a
definitely.
favorable recommendation and either do less time or quite possibly not do any time. So I'm led to believe that Troy Ave actually did not have those charges dropped against him, and those charges he might still be up against those charges. So
you fucking think, Frost.
they're not asking that there be a guilty verdict. They're asking that whoever
Yeah,
the
why would you
cooperating
wash
witnesses
that?
are, because there's more than one.
Why
They
don't you
said
just take it
witnesses,
to
so
the
I'm assuming
dry
there's more than one.
cleaner, bro?
Whoever
Like,
the cooperating witnesses are, it's if they testify to the
that motherfucking puff jacket's puff is gone
if the
now. It's all down in one
prosecutors,
fucking sleeve after washing
think
the
that they
washing
testified the
machine.
best that they can. You understand
You
what I'm
done
saying?
pushed all
If
the
their
puff into one
testimony,
sleeve.
not whether he gets found guilty or innocent or anything like that, but whether their testimony is
He done put the
whether they
polyurethane
testified well,
foam.
you know what I'm saying? Whether they went up there, tried to withhold information, things like that. So if they
pushed
did
it
go
all
up there,
down
they
into
tried to
the
withhold any
motherfucking
information.
one
Their testimony is
jacket
consistent
pocket,
with
got
whatever
all
they
the
was
foam
told
in there.
previously. They go up there, they do whatever I would ascertain a good job would be assumed to be. Then what they're going to do is they're going to give them a favorable recommendation to the judge that they have to go in front of. So the judge made this clear that this is a situation that's going on, that there will be people that will be testifying, and they might be testifying in hopes of trying to make it so that in their cases they are
Hey, you know that's
maybe
fucking
exonerated,
funny, right?
I guess, or not
You know that's funny.
put into jail for extended
We've
periods
been
of time.
knowing who the cooperating witnesses were from 3 years ago. For 3 years, we've been knowing what Troy.
I hit the wrong button.
3 fucking
And
years.
on top of that, it still say daytime out there. So let me fix this.
3
And we don't have our music up.
times. 3 years. We mean 3 times. 3 years, man. Well, 3 times too. No, he's 4 times now because of Izzy.
Apologies.
That helped you?
All right,
Not
so
get blocked? So you put up a
George is obviously
background
asked
and
how to
it's
talk
going to
about
help people
situation
not
like
get
that.
blocked? It helps your
Should the deal
feedback
be
some?
allowed?
The fuck out of here.
Also, this is very important. Just because somebody is a witness, that does not mean that they're telling the truth. Just because they're a cooperating witness, that doesn't mean that they're telling the truth. And they couldn't you listen to these individuals and be fair? Basically, you don't. Just because somebody is testifying, that doesn't mean that they're telling the truth. It's like the internet. You always got people talking shit about other people.
Wow, dude.
Most of these people are lying. You understand what I'm saying? Like most of the time you hear somebody talking trash about somebody else, they're lying. More times than not.
No,
So basically, this is the
sometimes
same
they're
thing.
not.
He
We're
was
not.
basically asking something along those lines. Just because you hear somebody say something, do you think that they're going to be telling the truth, or whatever the case is? That just because somebody is testifying, that doesn't mean that they're necessarily telling the truth.
So you don't believe that Tax Stone's going to do life imprisonment
Also,
anymore,
there's going to be a
Frost?
witness that is most
All of a sudden you don't believe Tax Stone is guilty anymore, do you, Frost? Oh, is that because you're the one in the courtroom talking for everyone now? Is that the reason why, Frost?
likely going to admit to being been convicted of previous crimes. So witness and or witnesses that will admit to being convicted of previous crimes. Asked if do they think that they could be credible? Boom, boom, boom. And he spoke about implicit bias. That's basically somebody being biased against an individual. Like you might not really care for black people, or you might not care for rap music. You understand? This is a situation where you got people that are in the rap field. Also, he made it one last thing, and then I'm gonna get to whatever you guys want to talk about. Wait, two more
Goodness
pages.
gracious, y'all. I feel sorry. I don't know if I court trial.
I don't know if I feel comfortable.
If this is the guy that plans
said Tax Stone is presumed innocent. I thought that was dope. He let everybody know Tax Stone is presumed innocent.
I'm going to gain so much
for the government, the state, to prove their case. Tax Stone and his lawyer does not have to prove that Tax Stone is innocent. Tax Stone already has a presumption of innocence. The state has to prove that Tax Stone is guilty.
Why would you say this in your? We just did a reaction video to you saying that he's going to spend the rest of his life in prison.
Shows guilt.
That he sucks dick.
Evidence that shows guilt.
He wanted to
what do I constantly tell y'all about all a witness usually is? All a witness is this: a witness contextualizes actual evidence that they have. That's what a witness is there for. Unless you're a witness, it's like you're an eyewitness, because these are two different things. If you're an eyewitness, you're like, I saw the thing that happened. I was the only one.
It's not called contextual witnessing, dude.
Sometimes a witness is there to contextualize whatever evidence that they already
have. Do you know what that's called?
In this particular case, just so we can be clear, they have video evidence. I'm pretty sure that the witnesses that are going to come up and they're going to testify
the difference between
contextualize
evidence
and the video evidence. That's what they're going to be there for, most likely.
There's
at least these
real evidence
that they're talking about. I believe that that's what they're going to be there for the most part.
You know the
difference. Contextualize evidence that is already there. An eyewitness is just a witness that says, no, I seen it. I was the video cameras over here. That's what an eyewitness is. Normally, a witness is there to contextualize the evidence and help the jury to understand the perspective of the evidence, or their perspective, or a perspective of the evidence, and be able to understand how the evidence
is not good evidence, man.
Whatever this case might be. So that's what witnesses are there for. I know people. That's what I keep trying to explain.
Evidence isn't good evidence, bro.
When y'all be talking to these other YouTube content creators about even Whack 100, when y'all be talking to these guys about paperwork and about court, y'all be so, not y'all, but these content creators be so far off. They don't be knowing what they talking about. They just be flapping their gums. And then they got a whole bunch of other people that don't know what they talking about, cheering them on. They just be flapping their gums. They don't know what they talking about. So that's why I be saying,
that go to trial if he does it?
Talk to these people. I don't want to get into a conversation with people that don't know what they're talking about. Because from a distance, people can't tell who's who.
Facts. Pissing in the sink, yeah.
So he's presumed innocent.
Drinking urine on his own stream. Yeah, we need this guy in the courtroom. Yeah, this is who we need.
The people have to prove that Tax Stone. If the state doesn't prove that Tax Stone is guilty, then Tax Stone wins.
No,
now they haven't stepped foot in the courtroom. That's a fact.
No, Jack. Did you hear what he just said? If the state doesn't prove
I'll get to that in a minute.
No fucking shit.
You don't know what the hell they be talking about, man. And then when I tell people they don't know what they talking about, everybody get mad at me and say I'm a know-it-all
or something here. Because I mean, anybody that's ever been through a trial,
it is proof.
This dude is not saying
just so
nothing.
Be clear, they said Tax Stone has to be proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. I'm going to explain something that's so important about this reasonable doubt thing real quick. People, it's not beyond a shadow of a doubt. All right? You don't have to prove.
No doubt in my mind.
The defense, the prosecution
reasonable doubt
doesn't have to prove.
He could be guilty, he could not be
that you're guilty beyond a shadow of a doubt.
That's what that means, Jack. You're an idiot.
It don't have to be shadow of a doubt. No, beyond a reasonable doubt. Like, you know how, just so we can be clear, who was in here that day that I was talking sports with that dude, and he was trying to tell me that Steph Curry was going to be able to catch LeBron James and score.
Not a very good.
I was busy trying to tell him he couldn't.
Not a very good way of
saying. Like, he had no reasonable foundation. No matter how I kept showing
totally different.
In order for Steph Curry to catch LeBron James, it had to be an unreasonable. It was not reasonable. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
But in
What
whose
in the heck are you
mind?
talking about, fam?
It was reasonable.
But he was still arguing.
In certain minds, it was unreasonable.
He did the numbers
It was
himself
reasonable.
and didn't come close.
We made it
But he was
reasonable
still
over here,
arguing.
Frost. That's how reasonable we made it. It can be done.
You was here, right? Dude ignored the math and all. He was still
We
arguing.
did the math. Stupid.
You understand?
All you gotta do is not
what you
get
have
hurt.
to understand is
Play every
it's
game.
beyond a reasonable doubt.
Play not even every game. Play
So that's
half
why
the games and not be
people
hurt.
who is irrational and unreasonable
This year,
try to get me into conversations. I don't really want to talk to them.
see how that didn't make any sense? And he laughs because he knows that didn't even.
That was crazy.
Sense. It doesn't even make sense, man.
That was bananas. I should upload. I gotta re-upload that video, but I don't want to just do it to make fun of the guy. But I really do gotta re-upload that video. Just the part where he was just talking crazy.
Goodness gracious.
Just that part. The part where he was talking crazy.
Cuddy was up getting to it early. I see you, Cuddy. China.
Can I say something real quick?
Is the biggest space threat. You got that right. China's the number one threat in the world, bro, and everybody's overlooking them. China's the number one threat. While we're worried about Russia and what they're fucking doing.
If you just don't think I know what I'm doing, and you just don't think I know what I'm talking about, it's just hate.
Somebody else's minds and words.
I'm fine with you just hating.
Who?
Right? But for the rest of the people that aren't just hating for the sake of hating, you can always pull up to the Cash App, the PayPal, or the Super Chat.
Yes, you can.
You could always become a Green Team member.
Yes.
You could always watch some videos, and you could always hit the like button. You can support the channel. I obviously know what I'm doing.
Yeah, it's called circumstantial. You're absolutely right. Good shit in front. I let that
literally
out there.
all of the judges,
all
of the everything the judge was
fuck I was talking about.
The directions he was giving to the jury is basically the stuff that I tell y'all all the time.
Fuck up.
You notice how much of this stuff I'm just repeating
evidence
that you heard me say
so much
how many other times
to find someone guilty.
How many other times have you heard me say this stuff? So you trying to tell me most of my conversations, I'm literally telling you what's happening in court, or I'm talking about God, and without you even knowing it, I'm telling you scriptures. And without you even knowing it, I'm telling you exactly how the court works. But I'm the guy that's...
Yeah, you're weird. 25 points per game for 20 years equals 40,000 points.
Anyway, Tax Stone has to be proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. A reasonable doubt. Not some... If nobody's seen him do it personally. No, a reasonable doubt.
Frost?
Just so we can be clear.
These are things that the normal person in the world knows. Not even a person that does trials.
It is proof that leaves you with no doubt that can be explained reasonably, not irrationally. Like that dude that was over here talking about Curry the other day.
Makes him
that was irrational.
Ooh.
You understand? Reasonable doubt.
Yeah, his fucking skin's fucked up, bro. He gonna talk
so
about somebody
even if
else.
you're
I hate
satisfied
people who do
that other people were shot.
I hate people that do that shit, bro. Like they want to bring up looks and
you think he probably did.
Without
probably
no one ever saying nothing to them.
You have to say not guilty.
See you in the real light, you ain't that way.
So the fact that people were shot is not proof that he's guilty. Like the fact that he's on trial is not proof that he's guilty. Then somebody the other day tried to say that they're gonna find him guilty because he was on trial, and I said that doesn't work like that. And they was trying to argue with me.
You said he was
going
to be guilty. He's going to do the rest of his life in prison. That's exactly what you said. Go and watch the video last night, ladies and gentlemen.
Drop $5 to put them on a timeout. Shout out to Sebastian Tompkins. Sebastian Tompkins dropped the $5 to put the person on timeout because they was talking crazy.
Wish we could time your ass out.
Put a Frost in the chat if he was in here and saw that.
Do it free. I swear to God, I'd do it free.
The judge said.
Shut up for a minute.
You could be satisfied that the other people were shot. But if you think that he just probably did it, that's still not guilty.
You know why that was said, Frost? Because one of the juries could actually be part of the.
So you're like, I don't know, it might have been.
You know,
that's still
people
not
can
guilty.
wing their way into a jury trial and change the jury. You're an idiot, Frost. You're a dummy.
If you are not convinced beyond a reasonable doubt, you have to find him not guilty, even if you think he probably did it. That's literally what the judge said. Literally. He was talking pretty slowly, and I think I wrote that verbatim. You have to be convinced beyond a reasonable doubt. The verdict can't be made due to assumptions. The verdict can't be made due to sympathy. You understand what I'm saying? Like you can't be like, oh man, but I don't want to send a black man to jail. Not guilty. No, you can't do that. And you can't assume. You understand what I'm saying? You have to make the verdict dependent on the information in which you were given or it was displayed. Once again, Taxstone does not have to prove his innocence. You get it? I'm going to just say this one more time. When the person came in here the other day and it was like, what do I think Taxstone's defense is going to be? And I'm busy saying, I don't know what his defense is going to be because how can I? I don't even know what the prosecution is saying.
YouTube.
And then that person was like, tried to make it seem like I was doing something wrong. I'm not doing nothing wrong.
Facebook. Yep.
Maybe you don't know how court works.
Blown the fuck out, Jack. We are hurting you, sir. No credibility.
Once again, you are never trying to prove your client's innocence. You are trying to prove that the prosecution doesn't have a case. I don't know how often I got to say that.
Bam.
I'm going to say it again, though. Wow. Let me get this off the screen. I got the wrong.
Get over here, Frost.
Give me 1 second.
Yank. Yank his bitch ass over here. I swear I got. He makes me so mad sometimes. If I was in New York City, I would look out for this dude. All truth. I would be on the lookout for this fucking dude. I'd get whatever points I could get from dusting him off. I don't know why somebody has it yet. I don't know why anyone hasn't blasted on him yet. With the shit he's caused, CK, now fucking Taxstone, man, oh man, I fucking do you in, bro. You would be first on my list.
No. What the fuck? There we go. What's going on over here? In any regard, you're never supposed to try to prove that your client is innocent. You're there to prove that the state don't got a case, that the feds don't got a case. You're not trying to prove your client's innocence. Once again, you really can't prove anybody is innocent of anything. Anyway, the only way you can convict is if the government
you can, bro. It's just
their
not
case
how trials
beyond
are
a reasonable doubt. If Tax does not testify, that is not evidence of guilt or innocence.
Do you know why, Jack?
You cannot
he was
surmise
indicted.
that what he would have said if he would have testified.
Charges.
You cannot use Tax not testifying against them. Have no expectation of hearing evidence from the defense. The judge said, listen, do not have any expectation of hearing evidence from the defense.
I don't know if I would have went jury.
I'm going to tell you the dope thing, right? So
I would have probably I wouldn't have
bought
this.
The judge stands up in front of a courtroom.
Sometimes it's better to go bench.
Tells the jurors and the court all of the shit that I tell the y'all all the time. That just makes me feel good.
What the fuck have you been telling us, man?
I just want to
fix your gorilla suit.
That makes me feel real good about the job that I do.
Because
a couple of y'all been in here a lot, right? Isn't this the stuff that I say whenever we're talking about court? This is the stuff that I say whenever we're talking about court.
This is the normal thing anyone would fucking know that's ever been through it. Anybody would know this. Anybody with the right state of mind.
This is what the judge said.
Would know
this
exactly
is all the
what
things
the
that I
fuck
tell
he's
you
saying
about.
It's just bullshit.
Isn't it?
It's just bullshit. He's speculating and actually coming up with something. Yeah, there is.
Now, there's going to be people that's going to hate and say, yo, why you always bigging yourself up? But those same people are going to be the people that's telling you what's wrong. They've been lying to you. They've been trying to make you dumb. You should be upset at them.
You hear that? You hear that? They've been trying to make you dumb. What have I been saying the last week? What have I been saying the last week? Yeah, you don't watch us, do you, Frost? You don't watch us at all. I've been saying for the last week that anybody that goes over there and watches Jack Frost, all he's doing is dumbing you down. And now he comes up using this term now. You're not even fucking good for yourself, bro.
You should be upset at the people that were trying to make you dumb by telling you the things that I'm saying that's correct is wrong.
What?
They're trying to make you stupid.
Huh?
They're attacking your intelligence.
I'm stupid for telling you.
Yeah, they're insulting me.
Yeah, okay.
They're attacking your intelligence.
Yeah. Thanks for using my terms now. We know you're watching, Frost. What I
They're trying to make you dumb.
He's going to start learning from us.
I'm not.
Fuck that. You're going to learn from us now.
All I'm doing is sharing the information that I have. Period. And they're trying to make you dumb. They're trying to make you stupid. They're trying to have you walking around in the world talking to people sounding like an idiot. I'm trying to have you walking around in the world talking to people and impressing them. There's a difference.
Project some more, Frost. Yeah, he will. He'll make this dude look dumb.
If there's any questions, put it in the chat.
He's not. He don't look.
I'm going to answer some questions. Any questions?
Podcasters that are big, like let's say Tax Season podcast, right? Let's just say the Breakfast Club. Let's say Drink Champs. Let's say Vlad. Let's say any podcast that's got any kind of traction. They don't go at people like this dude. They won't even attempt to go at him because you're not gaining nothing. You're not going to get his subscribers for proving he's a dummy. You're not, because there's just nothing to gain. There's nothing to gain from this dude.
Questions, put it in the chat.
That's why people are not going to go at him. Not anyone big, at least. They might say something slick real quick, and boom. They're not going to go at him like we are.
Court is supposed to start.
Yeah, they ain't gonna go at him. They're gonna let that motherfucker just do what he does. He'll remain an idiot. He's just dumbing everybody
They gotta
down.
go back one more time for the BS. And I think it's gonna be Wednesday. It's gonna be the next day.
Shout out to Mystique, man.
Before I go into my diatribe about the next thing that I want to talk about, I'm going to give you an opportunity to ask me some questions. Please don't wait until I start talking and getting deep into something to ask me questions while I'm right now taking a little short break to see if anybody want to ask a question.
Shout out to Mystique, man. $10 drop. She said for at the gym. Listen, and salute to all.
But yeah, basically the judge told the court basically the stuff that I say all the time.
Love you, Mystique. We love you, girl.
All the stuff that I be saying when I be trying to put y'all.
I'm just reminiscing. Mama in my business. They are not your friends. They want my position. Damn, I should have lived. Yeah. Back and forth, it was so hard. If I die today, tell them check on my forensics. They traced it back to my homeboy. I'm just.
Love, girl. Salute to Mystique. You're downgrading. Yeah.
In the stack.
Yeah. You're downgrading, talking to this fuck. It's punching down, man. Like, you're not going to get nothing.
And it was dope, by the way, just so we can be clear.
Talking shit about this guy will get you nowhere.
It feels good. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Look at me. Look at my fucking platform. We've got all we can get from him. Now it's just stragglers. We've got all the good people. I'll tell you that. I'll settle with that. From here out, though, anything he does with this tax stone case, guess what? Anyone he gains is going to come over here now, too. Thanks for that, Frost. You don't even know how to stop that from happening. He doesn't even know how to stop that from happening. We're waiting. No one wants to ask a question. The thug being silent. Homo thug. You do business with Frost, expect a major decrease in sales. Yes. He's doing nothing, bro. Nothing. He's over there telling you everything that's just basic knowledge.
Like literally everything I was saying in court. Like it was dope. Like literally everything that I was saying, the judge was repeating in court. I really don't know what to tell you.
It was dope.
I really don't know what to tell you.
That's a fucking
everything that I tell y'all about how court work, the judge literally repeated.
In his first day in trial, y'all. Look at this. Look how he acts on the first day he was able to say anything. Look how he acts. He's going to be ushered out of there before it's time. You watch. He's going to jerk himself right the fuck up out of there.
Rams I Bryant. What you mean by the city?
The city.
Dope. Like everything
New York City?
Court work, the judge just repeated.
You
would literally think that the judge watches. I know he doesn't watch the show.
Oh my
but you would literally
God.
think that the judge just be in here watching the show on a regular everyday basis. Like, oh man, this guy Jack Frost, he's incredible. I'm gonna repeat what he's saying. That's basically how it looks.
OMG. OMG. Y'all got a whole fucking fruitcake up in that motherfucker, y'all.
No cap.
Look at his face.
No questions?
No, none. Make sure you do another tactic to see if anyone will talk in your chat. What tactic will you use now, Jack?
Okay, so the trials expect to go to the March 31st. I believe he said that we're going to be off the 17th, the 23rd, and the 24th for various different reasons.
Come to a halt quick.
Optimistically going to be starting on Tuesday morning. Like I said before, they had 12 jurors. One of the jurors, I believe they dropped. So there might be two jurors. One of the jurors, I believe they dropped, and they're looking for 6 alternate jurors.
He does. He highlights his insecurities.
So I don't know if it's going to start
on Tuesday. He projects who he is.
They might have. I only stayed for the
morning
section.
You guys don't understand what projecting is.
So that's it. So
it's literally taking someone else's problem and relaying
not have actually got all the jurors still.
The things that are bothering you.
So I'm gonna tell you what happened. So obviously I'm not.
It happens every single day from this guy, man.
6 pews, 36, right?
And a major increase in make-believe apps.
36
ops. Oh yeah, apps. I'm
15. Sheesh. And then so we had a shitload of jurors in there.
Yeah.
Before they even got to the point where they started asking questions to the jurors, and they were just like excusing the people, the judge. My dude, they shuffled down from 30-something jurors to like 13.
So?
I mean, pardon me, there was like 40-something, maybe 50 jurors. They got them down to like 13. So I don't think it's going to start on Tuesday. I think it might start on Wednesday. Because there's no court tomorrow, and there's going to be no court Friday. So I think, this is just me talking.
You hold on.
They needed to get 6 more.
He doesn't know.
And then one of the jurors, they dropped him, so they need to get 7 more.
Hold on. You're going to be the court reporter for this trial, and you don't know when the next court date is for the public. But you're the person that's supposed to be bringing this to the internet. You're the person, and you don't know when the next court date is? Like, affirmatively?
And I'm going to assume out of the 13 that was left, they maybe got 1, maybe 2. So they had another jury pool that was supposed to I think they was going to do in the afternoon, but I think they weren't going to because they wasn't going to have enough time. So they're going to do that on Tuesday, I'm assuming, because there's going to be no court on Monday. So I think court is going to start on Wednesday, but I might still not wanting to miss the date. I might still go on Tuesday because I don't want to miss the date. I don't want there to be a situation where I don't know. We'll see how that works out. But I do not think they're going to be ready on Tuesday. So I'm going to show up on Wednesday. I don't think they're going to be ready on Tuesday. But I don't want to miss the first date. I think I'm just going to show up on Tuesday. Not for nothing. I just think I'm going to show up on Tuesday. I don't want to miss the date because they're going to have witnesses, obviously, the first day. And even more importantly than that, I don't want to miss opening statements.
Facts.
But yeah, the judge basically said all the things that I always tell y'all how court works.
Open the window and jump, bro.
I don't know what to tell you. Everything I tell y'all how court, I'm
glad we were able
trying to reinforce to people. So
that, y'all.
You could be a little bit more intelligent and know what's going on. If you ever get caught up in the legal system, all of those things I'm always trying to reinforce. Yeah,
in other words, he has no idea. Yeah, he has no idea. But yeah, here he is trying to prove everything that he's such a great court reporter.
Damn near verbatim. Like obviously it can't be because he didn't hear me say it, but all the same stuff I tell you all the time. Me. I keep trying to tell you I don't work off of my opinion. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh goodness gracious!
I don't really work off of my opinion. I work off of what the facts are.
And don't turn around.
And from there we have a discussion.
See if you can get the other side.
I don't know. I guess I don't know. I guess that's it for me. Is there anything I want to discuss about this particular case?
That's it.
That's what happened in court. Is there anything y'all want to ask me, or if there's anything y'all want to discuss about this particular case?
No. They did ask you, and you didn't answer them. They did ask you, and why didn't you go back to the answer that was first asked? Why wouldn't you do that, Jack? That's right, because you don't know it, do you? You don't have the answer, do you? The man pled guilty to a fucking Fed case for the same gun that was used in this case, right? He has no idea if it's going to be used against him at all.
Y'all really do be going to a lot of people's pages and y'all be discussing paperwork and everything. Most people don't even know how to read the paperwork. I keep trying to tell you that.
Well, don't worry. I'll have the paperwork and I'll read it. I've done this, sir. I've beaten trials.
People don't even know how to read the paperwork.
Sir. I've won trials before We can go.
Y'all gonna keep saying. Y'all notice how often people say, "I don't know what I'm talking about," but then the exact thing I tell y'all is gonna happen.
I almost signed 15-year plea
Keep that in
bargain.
mind.
I'm glad I didn't. That's how bad the state doesn't give a fuck.
Think about how often people tell you, "I don't know what I'm talking about," and the exact thing that I tell y'all is gonna happen.
15 years of my life.
And then those people that said that I didn't know what I'm talking about,
but
they
you
still
gave
keep saying
them
I
a
don't know
little
what I'm talking about.
pushback. They're like,
They just tricking y'all.
Shit's weak, bro. It's warehousing human beings. And they're making money off of it, bro. Making a lot of money off of it. Michael Jordan's involved in that shit. That's why a lot of people don't fuck with Jordan. He's got money in private prisons. That motherfucker's selling all the Jordans to the drug dealers and then holding the drug dealers in prison that buy his shoes. It's sad, man. We all know Jordan is a street thing.
They just tricking y'all.
It's not.
I mean, it's hurting me that they tricking y'all.
You know what I mean?
It's hurting me that they tricking y'all. Don't get this confused. But they just tricking y'all. They're just tricking y'all.
What did you do there? You did some trickery right there.
Shout out to the 22 people that hit that like button. If you are enjoying this show today, you could always hit that like button and show some support.
Yeah, do it.
Is there anything y'all want to talk about involving anything? We just open for open discussion right now. We've already been here for an hour and 18 minutes. I mean,
did all that right. He could have just picked up the fucking telephone.
Tax case was supposed to start. The trial already started. That's what I'm assuming you're talking about. I'm assuming you're talking about the trial. The trial has already started. As far as
writing it down like some person.
The actual
you're a journalist.
Arguing of the case is supposed to start Tuesday.
Horrible.
But I believe that it might be Wednesday because they still haven't gotten all the jurors. So it might be Wednesday. It might start next Wednesday.
Bro, they have a date.
But the judge today said that they were.
There is no might be.
I'll tell you what his actual words were.
There is no might be Thursday. Might be
an optimistic Tuesday. They're looking at Tuesday, optimistically to Tuesday for a start, 11 a.m. But after seeing what was going on today with the jurors, they still not going to most likely have the jurors ready still.
So
it's probably not going to be on Tuesday. It's probably going to be like Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm that way too, man. I've got a bunch of Jordans, but I haven't bought any in probably 2 years.
Because they lost the juror. They were supposed to have, they already had 12. They lost one of the jurors.
I've gotten into the Nike thing myself.
There's no delay with the jurors. They just haven't selected the jurors.
They're all very poorly made. They're all fucking. You never know what your shoes are going to be like when you get them. It's a joke. It's an expensive joke. I'll say that. Elephant print. Still doesn't change the fact that they're the normal thing in the fucking shoe store, dipshit. You ain't getting nothing special.
Are you going to keep asking me questions that I can't possibly answer?
See, hear that?
I don't know.
You just couldn't possibly answer that question. You just couldn't give us the court date, and you're mad because I asked you a question you can't answer? Oh, shut up.
If Biden loses the election, who's going to be president? There's no way for you to know, right?
Oh, my God.
See how that works? I can ask you unknowable questions also.
Who will be running, Jack? You have no clue, do you?
You can ask me another unanswerable question, and I'll ask you another unanswerable question.
I'll tell you who the next president's going to be right now.
It doesn't matter what charges Troy Ave is facing. You ask me who's going to get charged if tax will be free. Bro. I don't know who's going to get charged.
Isn't the favorable one.
How are you going to say, just so we can be clear, so everybody can understand?
Yeah, what color is grass? Oh, it changes.
You said now tax will free, who's going to get charged? And then you say, I thought Troy Ave was also facing attempted murder charges. Okay, so he could be facing attempted murder charges. But Banger's gone. So why would he be facing attempted murder charges on somebody who's been murdered?
That wasn't on him, dumbass. It's on fucking Taxstone, you fucking idiot. Goodness fucking gracious. You're a fucking dummy.
Oh, you're just trying to sound smart. No, I get it.
Oh, you're a dummy. That's that shit I asked the fucking...
Come on, ask me another unanswerable question.
What color is the fucking grass? Like, why is the sky blue? Keep asking me questions, little lady on the phone. She hung up real quick.
Does anybody have any real questions, man, or a real conversation? What color is the fucking grass? Like, why is the sky blue? Keep asking me questions, little lady on the phone. She hung up real quick. Does anybody have any real questions, man, or a real conversation? Does anybody have any real questions, man, or a real conversation? I'm too emotional. Not a problem. I'll
Beanie
just kick
break.
you. How about that? All of these emotions. Cool.
We say, all right, man, I'm out of here. You're too emotional. Yep, that's the truth. He doesn't know how to control his emotions. He's a crybaby.
See, that's what happened when you talk to people who are slow. And I'm not saying that to be disrespectful. That person's obviously slow. You heard what they tried to ask me, right?
It's the Bitch Boy Network.
Just so I'm gonna put it up on the screen for anybody that couldn't see. Hold on. I just want you to show what I mean by when you having these shows. A lot of times, the people that want to do all the talking, sometimes the people that want to do all the talking is the people that's slow.
See?
So now check this out.
Slow.
This person thought that this was smart, just so we could be clear. I don't know the person's actual intelligence, but this was not smart. Now, if Tax walk free, who gets charged for killing Bango? What did I say? I said, how do I know? That's an unanswerable question. So then they say, oh, okay. I thought Troy Ave was also facing an attempt murder charge. What the hell are you talking about?
So you're trying to tell me stupid.
They gave Troy Ave an attempt murder charge,
on tax.
And Troy Ave is now going to be charged with the murder charge. What the hell are you talking about? Vegas actually passed away. Why would they charge him for an attempt murder charge? Like, what the hell? Like,
stupid.
Are you serious?
He's stupid.
But to that person's brain, that made sense. That a person getting charged with an attempt murder charge, if another person beats an actual murder, that what they can do now is, even though they're being only charged with attempt murder, now be charged with murder. No, that's too far of a leap.
Do you understand Tax Tones?
Because I don't want to assume
with you. Going with the fight. He's going with the self-defense.
I don't know who they're going
right?
to charge. Might they charge Troy? What the hell do I know? They might charge Troy. They also might not. I don't have enough information to make that assumption. Or make that assumption.
Tax Tone, you stupid fuck. Not on fucking
I can make any assumption.
You are a
I'll make one right now. You're the brightest. You're the most intelligent. Heard that assumption?
You're an idiot.
SC says, how do you see Tax's career going if he found out?
Motherfucking
Tax would be a millionaire right now if none of this stuff even happened. He'd be sitting pretty somewhere.
Not on Banger, bro.
Let's just be honest.
You're a dummy.
And also, Casanova might not be locked up and in jail.
He doesn't even
see what happens when people want to keep beefing and they think beefing is the way to whatever.
Know what he's doing.
Y'all guys keep beefing. I'm not beefing with nobody. I don't want to beef with nobody. I'm not beefing with nobody. Anybody that's beefing or talking crazy, that's because they're trying to get my attention. I'm not beefing with nobody. I don't got time for that.
You can
the Lord says
trouble, but then when
the Lord
trouble
hates
gets
violence,
brewing, you don't want no beef.
So, and whenever we speak, we're supposed to be trying to say nice things. We're not supposed to be trying to say mean, cruel or things or also, the Lord doesn't want us talking to people who are foolish. So all of that falls inside of the realm of the type of content that these dudes create. You understand what I'm saying? So what you got to understand is if they're got that much, if they're breaking so many, or if they're going so far against the Most High in that manner, they're saying things that's foolish. They're constantly trying to get other people to want to do violence, or they're always talking violence. They're constantly trying to create confusion. Satan is the author of confusion. Like, so pay attention.
Yeah, we're paying attention. That's the problem. We are.
I don't usually read the word on the Tonight Show, but I'll read the one line that they sent. Whatever the line it is that they sent, I'm gonna read that. Joel verse 2, lines 12 and 13. I'm just gonna read this line right here. Right? Even now declares the Lord, return to me with all your heart, with fasting and weeping and mourning.
Yo, what up?
Your heart.
Dummy, real quick.
What's poppin', y'all?
What's up, yo? What's up?
Chilling.
This dude even competent.
Let's assume for a second that this dude, Tax Tone, blows trial and gets out free, right?
Yeah.
And I know this dude is really low-hanging fruit. I get that. But this dude was fucking talking so sideways about Tax Tone. There's no way if this dude gets out of jail that he ain't gonna fucking punch down on this hobo.
Oh yeah, for a minute maybe. But you gotta understand, like, everybody understands that they're not gonna gain nothing from this fucking guy, dude.
Oh yeah, for sure. The only thing that we could possibly
get a word out, yeah, probably.
The only thing that we could possibly gain from fucking with fucking Sean is maybe, just maybe, he'll stop his bullshit. I was on earlier, and an old ass video of his came up where it was talking about Cat Williams and Tiffany Haddish. It was like 5 years ago. This dude sounded like such a fucking, I don't know how to say it. His whole voice, his demeanor, the whole way that he came into the interviews. It wasn't "have a good day." It wasn't none of that. It was, we're over here at the BBN. If you'd like to see how real peaceful and non-threatening and like outside of the character that he is right now. So that tells me that something dramatically changed in his life.
Where he had to start putting on a character.
Yeah, where he had to start putting on a show because he's seen that if he didn't, that he wasn't going to be able to.
There. It's sad. It's sad in its own way, but it can't get any more sad to me. Like, I see right through this bitch.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't even think. Did you see my my little live, or not live, but my little short I did?
Yep.
With Trife.
Yeah, I commented on it. Some idiot was in there.
Oh yeah, some dumbass too was talking about my my bumper, saying I got a little bumper on my stomach.
There's always got to be one, man. Especially when you do them shorts, there's always fucking one.
But you know what's funny?
In
a day, I got 1,500 views on that short. That's more fucking views than Frost has on that whole video of him going out to the court and shit.
Yep.
That's 3 times the views.
Yep. It's sad. I thought about it last night. I said, well, I can be angry about him doing this trial.
If you look
I'm gonna do nothing but gain from him.
If you look at the video where the first day where supposedly he went into court, it looks like Trife was in the background just with his ears up trying to see if Jack was going to say some foul shit.
Yep.
Because if not, if Trife was there, if Jack's going to push the narrative that, nah, I'm cool with Trife, then how come he didn't give you a fucking interview? And how come he went on
right around and gave the other man an interview?
Right. How come he went on It's AGTV and he gave him the whole spiel talking about no other bloggers was in the courtroom? Yeah. How was you in the courtroom and Trife didn't see you, Jack? Like, what the fuck? But you're out there pushing this. I think he's just taking the days off, saying he's going to court. He might go by a court building, take a picture of himself outside of a court building.
You think so too, huh?
Push the narrative. He's been sitting there for 8 hours taking notes.
You think so too, huh?
Yeah, I think so.
So So if he can fake like he's there, correct, and he can act like he's there, how long does that go on before he really has to show he's there?
Right. But I think that he's afraid to go because of what I just said earlier. I think that dude, he ain't gonna pop off on him like he's gonna hurt him. I think that he might pop off on him in the sense, start talking shit to him, and you know what I mean?
Yep.
And I think that's gonna embarrass.
What should happen, dude. If I was New York media, y'all should be making that man get the fuck up out of there.
Yeah, because you ain't making y'all look good at all.
Nah, he's hurting New York media.
I think it's TV should take us over. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I do too.
I think he's more
competent.
Believable, competent. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Not believable.
He's more competent.
He's more competent to do the job. You know what I mean? Because this dude's gonna just go out there. This dude will stumble over ands and what ifs and if nots and 17 other different paraphrases and not even end a goddamn sentence. Not even come to a point. He's up there flying a plane around in circles and he never lands.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. They said Trife ain't Jack and Jack. Nah.
Yeah, I could tell the way he was just kind of in the background, side-eyeing the dude. He looked like he had his radar up, trying to see if Sean was going to say something, to give him the reason. Sometimes motherfuckers just wish you would. You know what I mean?
Yeah, do something, motherfucker. And that's say something. Give me a reason.
When Trife was sitting there talking to It's AGTV, he wasn't looking like that. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't looking like that. Like he had his like he had to be a guard. You know what I mean?
Well, like Jack said you want to give the people a few words. He was like, nope.
Right.
But you went right over and did it for another man.
He was low key throwing shade on him, and Sean was trying to play that shit off. You know what I mean?
Yep. And he went right over there and gave the next man a few words. Well, if that ain't fucking telling, I don't know what is.
Right.
That
says a lot to me. That says a lot to me. That says that man only wants to stand next to you because you're an enemy. You keep your friends close, you keep your enemies closer, so you can tell what they're doing. You can hear what they're saying. You know what I mean?
Very true, man. Very true.
So y'all be on the lookout for my laundry room live tonight. I'm gonna be folding my underwear, not somebody else's.
Yeah, it's crazy. You see the size of his jeans again today, dude?
The belt loops are all busting off. That's why he can't.
This motherfucker held up some 48s. Talking about they look bulge.
He was never a 48.
Never.
Not even before he was homeless.
He's a 32 before he was homeless, at best.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
Now he's probably like a 14 husky.
He went to the big and tall section of fucking the thrift store.
No, that's fucking kids' clothing, bro. 14 huskies and shit.
Yeah. Dude, this motherfucker here went into the thrift store and bought every pair of Levi's. He didn't give a fuck what the size was.
Fuck, yeah.
Said, give me all your Levi's.
I'm telling you, though, man. Like he's picking them up. He's about to fold them, and the fucking belt loops are flying around. Like, I was like, no wonder this dude don't wear a belt. Because if he did, it wouldn't be attached. It wouldn't be attached to his pants. It'd just be hanging onto his waist.
Dude, in his face.
Oh yeah, he's crazy. I ain't gonna. That's cringe for me to talk about people's looks. That's okay.
It is for me too. But when you try to attack,
don't be down on me on my looks. But you look like that. You better fucking go put on some makeup, talking shit about me.
That's the problem with man Frost. He don't know how to eat his own cake. Like, eat your own words, bro. Like, look in the mirror before you say something. And I'm not saying get up and go to the bathroom and actually look at the mirror, Frost. I'm actually like self-reflection.
Yeah, you know what? Stop wearing fucking collared shirts under fucking sweaters because you look like a crackhead. Sitting there trying to adjust your fucking sweater and tie all goddamn live. You look like you're tweaking out and shit, bro. That looks bad.
Yeah, he does. It was bad last night.
I'm gonna throw you on mute real quick. I gotta go in and grab this.
Oh, you're good, Pimp. Last night the motherfucker was on here just making himself look like an idiot. My daughter was like, "Why are you watching this guy, Dad? You just talked about him." I was like, "Well, watch this right here." And we just paid attention for a minute. She was like, "I get it now. I get it. I get it. He's up there faking like he's a reporter." I said, "Absolutely, you got it."
But is this dude actually gonna keep saying that he's a journalist, or is he doing a satire? Because if you're a journalist, you can't be. Journalists don't be out there inviting people to Frank stands and shit. Journalists don't be sitting there doing, in my opinion, and that's just my thoughts, and that's not what journalism is. Journalism is fucking based on facts, and this guy is too emotional to be based on facts.
Yep. Let's not give them that much credit in the journalist world today, Liberty, because today's news is kind of lies anymore anyway. It's who can have the biggest and best viewed story, not the truth. It's about the views that the story creates, and they don't care who they hurt, bro. This media today is way different than what I grew up on, man. They didn't push narratives when I was growing up. They didn't have like write-ups about the Democrats being the best and the Republicans being the best. We didn't hear none of that. And now it's just all of that. Like, when's the last time we've seen a newspaper read? Like, I've never seen a newspaper be read in the last couple of years by anybody. None of my family. Everybody goes right to TV to get it. But TV's lying. The mainstream media is lying to us, man. Every single day, bro. And then when they don't have to lie, they just won't show that news. That news will be blocked, or they'll cover another topic. It's like, bro, this thing is fucking getting ridiculous over here. And a lot of these reporters are starting to see it too. Like, you got Bill Maher coming out. Like, hold on, I was wrong. Like, you talking about a liberal, bro. And that's just Jack right there. Jack's leaning into the more of the, I'll lie to you and hope that I can keep you around a little while. I think that's what he does, dude. He don't care how long his folks are over there. He just hopes they give while they're there, and then he can get rid of them.
He's using people to his own advantage while he can, because he's already seen that people eventually fucking figure out who he is and what he's all about. So that's why he starts using people as soon as he meets them.
That's why he tries to get everything he can out of him as soon as he meets him.
As soon as he seen Hassan Shipman today, he started talking. As soon as he seen Hassan Shipman, oh yeah, I only got one phone, so if you throw that Cash App, I can't see it. He wasn't even saying shit about Cash Apps or nothing. He was sitting over there disrespecting the Latina chick behind him because he thinks that he's the only one that can be loud and disrespectful in laundromat. No, motherfucker, they're trying to talk over you because they don't want to hear your bullshit.
Yeah, people can read that probably quickly in real life.
I could even clearly see that she had a goddamn earbud in and she was talking on the phone.
Yep.
Person in her background was probably like, who the fuck is that?
No shit. No shit,
you,
bro.
I speak Spanish. So what he was saying, oh, she's probably back there talking shit about me. Yeah, nah, she wasn't saying none of that.
Nope.
She wasn't saying none of that.
She was
just trying to do her goddamn laundry in peace while you're over there washing neighborhood underwear.
I'm glad he went to the laundromat as quickly as he did, though. He didn't waste much time as last time.
The fucking one thing that he needed to wash the worst, he kept on his head.
I know.
That beanie is begging for some time off.
Bro, your head is fucked up if you constantly got to worry about a beanie being on that motherfucker, bro. That's a fact, bro. He said, where's Jimmy at? I don't know where Jimmy is. He's probably over here. He's probably just a little worried about talking. I get it. I get it. He might want to go back over Jack. You never know. But I'm sure he understands. I've given Jimmy cash apps and shit. Like,
he ain't fucking with Frost no more.
I wouldn't if I was him. It's a bad look from here out.
Yep.
It's a bad fucking look. And you're right now, business like Ohio. They ain't really even talk about what happened in Ohio. Fuck no, they don't. Trump just was there last night and gave him water, gave him Big Macs, brought everybody McDonald's. Come on, man. And your fucking president don't even show up?
Right.
Goes to fucking Palestine? Get the fuck out of here. Giving Ukraine all this motherfucking money?
But can't clean up the spill in his own backyard.
Facts, man. Facts, bro. That right there, Trump that did that is going to be the next president, man. It's not even really a race between Trump and Biden. It's a race between Trump and DeSantis, who's going to be who.
Right.
And I honestly think the both of them, if DeSantis just takes the back seat, man, that's double trouble there, boy.
I think it's time to go with some fresher, younger fucking candidates.
Yep.
It's high time though that we, you know what I'm saying?
I think we need Trump back in there because I think he can only run one time. I'm pretty sure about it. Because he might be able to get 2 terms in. I'm not sure how that's going to work.
It's not like he's going to get double the benefits.
Yeah. I think if DeSantis runs with him as vice president, shows what he can do as a leader, that may be the president after Trump.
That's a fact.
We definitely need somebody in there that has some balls.
Right.
Yeah, we got to show the world again that we can't be played with.
We're looking pretty weak right now.
Yes, we are, man. Yes, we are. And it's not our president. Yeah, that dude the president is just the face of the establishment.
We're sitting over here with a dirty arm, acting like Karen's, worried about what's going on somewhere else.
Yep. And it's insane, dude. Like, most people can't even find Ukraine on the map.
Right.
And we're over there giving billions of dollars to people only because their fucking families invested in it.
That's a fact.
It's sad, dude.
Dollars.
We give our tax money to things that we can't even control where it goes. I think we should have a say so in where our tax money goes. Ohio needs it right now more than anybody.
Right.
But yeah, you're distributing it in places that need to be rebuilt that are just going to get blown apart again. Get the fuck out of here.
Still drinking dirty water in Michigan.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
Yep. There's people in Michigan.
They came up with sorry, I cuss a lot. They come up with a vaccine for COVID in less than 6 months. But
they had it, bro.
Still drinking dirty water.
Bub, I showed you about the vaccine, bro. That's horrible things to even think about what they were doing.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
And they're still, and the man from Pfizer still won't speak to the public media. but he'll go behind doors and have closed door meetings and shit with all these Republicans and Democrats. Man, Pfizer, 30 games, bro.
It's always been like that, man.
It's like creating a disease and getting the cure for it before the disease is released, and then releasing it when you want the fucking money to go up.
Right.
And then you'll play with everybody. Oh, we can't get, and then you come up with a vaccine all of a sudden. Come on, man. You hired the man that was over working on it. Trump should have fired that bitch on his way out. Fauci should have got it.
Yeah.
They say he's facing charges right now.
Fauci seems like a little fiend.
Yeah.
He has the whole characteristics of he has the characteristics of a Frost, you might say.
Definitely, dude.
Of a fiend.
Somebody that would just come up there and lie to you. We're not doing gain of function.
Somebody that'll sit in the shadows while all the big talk is going on, and then always have something to say behind the scenes. You know what I mean?
Yep. And you should let the people behind the scenes speak. It's the way I feel about everything, man. Everybody has their own opinion on things. And until we hear everyone's opinions, we ain't getting it right. We're not getting it right. Because there's people that are rich there, and there's people there that are fucking not rich. And only the rich are getting heard. So they're not going to know what to do. Our government is very old.
All this shit that they're talking about don't affect none of them.
Right.
That's the issue.
They have no idea. Our government is old, man. We're still working with a very old government.
That's what I'm saying. We need to get rid of these 100-year-old white men as presidents.
Fuck yeah, we should. Fuck yeah. But right now, we don't have anybody but Trump with any balls. So we need to. He needs to build within that Republican Party or something.
I don't know the demographics of our chat, but if you look at some of these millennials now, none of them are going to be ready to take the job anytime soon because these guys are a bunch of fucking frosts.
Dude, the millennials,
a bunch of snowflakes, yeah.
The millennials' children, they're fucked.
We're screwed.
Dude, we're fucked. They're going to be so dumb, dude. They're going to be like, well, we need a paper on blah, blah, blah. They're going to go right to fucking AI.
We're going to have to find a president that's about, in his 50s.
Yeah.
That can fucking stay in office until he is in his 80s like Trump, because we're gonna have to get past this generation of fucking crybabies.
Yeah, the crybabyism is fucking bad.
Yeah, it's horrible.
I don't know if it was our generation that taught it, but I don't remember teaching my kids to be crybabies, dog.
Fuck no, I don't believe in fucking participation trophies.
Nah, I don't either. I don't think my kids even got a participation trophy.
You want to be celebrated, you better get out there and do something for it.
You got to work hard, man.
Yeah.
If I would have known the things that I know now, there's all kinds of things I'm ashamed of in my life, dude. And one of them is not growing up in time. I wasted a lot of time.
Say that again.
And if I come up here and tell people about it, and somebody says, "Oh, I better not waste no time," then by God, I did something.
Right.
But I want to hear you too. I want to hear people that are in the chat. I want to give people a voice so I can hear what the fuck is going on too, because I don't know it all. Jack don't want to hear nothing. He knows it all before he gets up here. Them kind of channels don't last long, bro. Mr. Know-It-All channels. Nah. Take the pushback. Real journalist, take pushback. Give pushback. He did that. He said the same thing when Kanye West walked out on that Tim Pool interview. Kanye couldn't take the pushback. Oh, well, when you get pushed back, bitch boy, it's just someone saying the opposite. Good term, sir. He says, we're all slaves. Tell me where the lie's at. I can't tell you where the lie's at on that one, bro.
I kind of agree with that.
For us being the most freest country in the whole wide world, and I mean that, we're free compared to the other countries.
Well, we sure
we
are
still controlled, man.
Sheep.
Yep. We're definitely controlled. And and sheep, we're all sheeple. Because they're doing it in the herds too. Because if you think about the demographics of America, it's built up of a lot of rich folks. You got midlife, you got your mid-range. I don't believe in that. You're either rich or you're poor, man. But then you got, you just got big cities inside of a state with a bunch of Democrats and a bunch of liberals. But outside of that, all fucking hardworking Americans, Republicans, farmers. Dude, there's so much
Let's see all
more
this
to our
offense.
country than just a big city inside every state.
You see it?
Yeah, because I mean, look at California, bro. Unlimited abortions, no guns. They got fucking crazy ass laws like 3 strikes you're out. Dude, there's people. That state is fucked. Look at their borders, bro. They can't even control the people who come across the borders. We need to do something. Yeah, from the 90s, Trump needed to step in and do what he's doing. Yes, from the 90s, yes. He should have been in the... I think Trump is smart enough. He should have got himself into politics a long time ago, but he was too busy paying politicians then. Yeah. He was lobbying for these motherfuckers, man. That's why he knows there's an establishment.
But if you think about it, if Trump would have got in the 90s, he wouldn't have got no pushback for all that grab him by the pussy, because it was before the Me Too movement. It was before all this sensitivity. It was before all this fucking... And even back then, you could tell clearly Trump wasn't a racist, because if you're a racist, bro, you're not even taking a black dollar.
You're not taking a picture with a black man smiling?
I'm telling you, you're not taking their money, nothing. That's fucking crazy.
Don King were in cahoots for a lot of years.
Right. And I think that he would have been more welcomed back then had he tried then.
Yep.
Than he was, you know what I'm saying? He was
a lobbyer.
Yeah, he did good, you know, during his presidency, but I think that he would have had a better run had he ran before all this Me Too movement and all this other shit. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely have lasted longer. But he got a lot of pushback from us because of the lockdowns, you know.
Right.
No one cared for that in the end. And that's why I think they ran him out of there. And plus the Democrats voted. And when you got riots going on, you got all this going on, and you got a president that comes up there and says he's for the black vote, but ain't done shit for the black Americans at all since he's been in office. And you got a black vice president that ain't helping do nothing. Bro, they lied to the black Americans, man.
Who was that just died the other day? Wasn't the people's president? Wasn't that Nixon? Not Nixon. Carter.
I think Carter.
Carter. He just died, right? Like last week.
I'm not sure.
I'm telling you, I think he died.
I don't pay attention to this shit, bro.
Hold up.
I don't know. I don't watch no mainstream media. I'm totally against it. Nixon had that scandal. They've all got scandals, man. But you know what? Everything that they Donald Trump do, it was really them doing. They were already doing it.
Why?
Colluding with Russia, pinning everything, all that shit on Trump, everything Trump did wrong. Dude, none of it was true. They even pinned fucking January 16th on him. It's like, bro, what? What? Got people in fucking jails waiting to go fucking insane, dude. What they'll lie about, man. They'll lie about anything. And then you know what's even worse? They'll put it in front of us and let us see that all the bullshit that surrounds it, and then they'll say, what are you going to do about it? What can we do? Like, okay, you uncover Pfizer for doing what they did. What can we do about it? Nothing. That's how much they control us. That's how much they control us. And then you got people like Frost coming up here saying the same goddamn things over and over. And this motherfucker
you want on that side?
Dumbing people down. You know you've been dumbing people down. You didn't make them try to believe anything you say, Frost. And that's stupid.
Heart and not your garments. Return to the Lord your God, for he is gracious and compassionate, slow to anger and abounding in love, and he relents from sending calamity.
Craziness, bro.
At this point, it just seems like whenever I talk about anything is
so
I don't know what to tell you.
On your way back, go by there and be like, yo, you're
I really don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, you didn't read it right.
Y'all
Stupid.
out here really probably hating on somebody that you should not be hating
Yeah,
on.
do that.
Y'all really out
And then
here
if you
trying to
can
hurt a
advise
person
position
that you
that,
probably really
if he
shouldn't be
needs to
trying
ride
to
back
hurt.
over here, I'll go get him with your mom's truck.
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, my bad.
Are you good? This motherfucker said, it's always about something about what we're doing over here. This is just now the thing that Frost started doing probably months ago. Something
We
about
are going
everything
to
that
be at.
surrounds what we're doing to him.
Yes, I gotta get my
He
ticket.
does not want people to watch. He doesn't want you to watch this over here.
That's a fact. He doesn't want.
Look what they're doing. Y'all are probably out there hating on somebody with a channel.
Fat Joe said he don't want to be
doing that.
He's so afraid to be exposed. He don't want to be exposed.
Yeah, that's it, bro. That's all. Look at the motherfucking chat, dude. 10 votes. We got one person that said Frost is qualified for this. You must be Frost. You must be Frost. You gotta be Willie.
Pardon my language.
That's funny as shit.
Who the fuck?
This thing was in the toilet. In the toilet.
Dude?
This is bananas.
Viva la trumpet for sure.
It must
Bring
be
it back,
Hassan Shipman.
Yeah. Hassan, you over here
24th, come
voting,
hang out.
man.
All you gotta do is hit us up. Get your
Look at
tickets.
that. Hit
Come
us
party
up.
in Manhattan.
You didn't
11
show it
to
long.
4. It's gonna be popping. We're gonna have some people up in there. I'm not 100% sure who's gonna be there to that particular night.
How
I
much?
don't know yet. But
Hey,
I am
bro.
talking to some
How much
people
is it?
from Jersey. We might have some old school rappers. I don't want to say old school rappers. We might have some rappers from Jersey pulling up. I'm actually talking to some people from the Flavor Unit right now. We might have some Flavor Unit people pulling up. I hope. I'm not 100% sure.
How
but
you up? How you
they're gonna
hosting
be
the
walking in
event?
with the kid. I'm talking to some
And you only
Flavor.
got 5 fucking tickets. What kind of fucking event are you hosting when you only pick 5 people to maybe show up?
He said 5 tickets.
He said he's got 5 tickets.
Members right now to see if they want to come pull up to the coat.
He got them for
He's
sale.
like, he said he at least has 6 tickets, but one of them's mine.
Okay.
But fucking,
Shabash
but
with us.
look, if I'm hosting an event, I'll be like, pull up,
Everybody. Like, if you're hosting an event, you'll be able to get everybody in, right? Like, you got 5 people in your chat.
He's inviting people to come out and play pool with him.
Gosh, yeah, come over from Monopoly night.
He said, let's play some Parcheesi. Yeah, he wants to play Scrabble with everybody, but he's got
want to come over and play Jenga?
Nobody wants to play Scrabble with him because he's always making up big ass words.
Yeah, they're in the Bible.
It's in a book. It's in a book. It might be a fucking 150 years old, but it's a book.
They come over to play the game of life, and Frost is already at the last fucking stop. All right. Frost already wins the game of life before he gets there.
That's the only game of life he might win.
Yeah, right.
All you got to do is hit us up next tomorrow or the day after, whatever. I'll make it so I can put it up on the stream for y'all. But if y'all go and follow us on Instagram, you'll be able to see it.
Follow us.
Also, Friday the 3rd, there's another event.
I'm telling you,
Texas.
Man. Sometimes you'll be fucking talking, and I'm not watching the screen. I'm just listening in, right? Sometimes he'll be talking, and I'd looked already and seen no comments, and then he'll start talking to himself, and I have to look back at the comment section and see like who the fuck is he talking to?
I do it all the time,
and
it's work, dude, and I'm scared to get
it's
caught.
him.
Yeah.
He's talking to his multiple personalities.
Yeah, bro. He's like answering himself. He's giving the answer that he wants to hear. After he asks the question.
I'm gonna break down Frost to you, man. Fucking one of his personalities is a little kid that feels abandoned, right?
Yeah.
Every time he starts arguing with somebody, he resorts to fucking lashing out on you like a kid. Fine, I don't want to do it. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's how he acts. All right, and then he's got another personality where he's a middle-aged white woman, the Karen, the one that always goes into fucking different fucking places and that fucking starts drama with different business owners and shit like that for no reason. He's got multiple personalities, and every time he's sitting there talking to himself, I believe that one of his personalities is talking to one of his other personalities. Because I'll look at the chat and I never see nobody in the chat. I'm like, this motherfucker got somebody at his house, or he's talking to the ghost. Maybe he's talking to the TV and the fucking toaster.
Hey, real
I
quick,
don't know.
guys. I'm at the office. I got to jump off this bitch. So
What up, James?
I just wanted to call in real quick and say, if you're hosting a fucking event, wouldn't you be on the flyer or on the
Absolutely.
advertisement?
Absolutely.
Right.
You would be
Right.
showcased.
You know what he did, bro? He went to Everbright, got 6 free tickets because that's the max you're allowed to get, and he's selling 5 of them.
Oh wow.
That's fucking funny.
Oh wow.
I didn't even see if there was a max ticket. I
Dude,
didn't even think about that.
Liberty, jump on there. I guarantee you it's 6.
Yeah, it's 6. You can try to get as many as you can. It goes to 6 is the max. That's and they email them to you.
That's funny as shit.
So jump on there and just see how many tickets you're allowed. I guarantee you it's 6.
That's what. How you having a good day at work, James?
Bro, I got 3 deals on my desk, totaling $50K. We'll close by the end of the day.
That's what's up. Glad everybody in our conglomerate is out there working, making money today.
He came on there. Didn't have to come on here and beg. Didn't have to do none of that, Frost. Hell, I use you to say, give me drops.
All right, I'm gonna be back in the clouds, but when I'm not in the chat, I'm still listening. So I'll be hearing.
You good, Pimp?
Be good.
You too, man.
Yeah, if you ever hear anything that we say that's wrong, let us know.
Yeah, man. Like I'm for that. I'm all for it. Good morning, Netflix. You know, if I'm saying something that you know is wrong, please correct me.
What up, Nat?
Cause I'm not coming up here to fucking be the Mr. Know-It-All. Fuck all that. I don't know it all. I'm trying to. I want to, but rumor has it no one knows.
Nobody.
I don't know how he can even go to this courtroom with any pride.
I'm telling you, I don't think he does.
Dude. He might not be pulling up.
He's gonna show up for the fucking 4th time in the same outfit, and the judge is gonna look at him and be like, "You ain't credible."
Like this dude here, man. I don't even know if
he probably writes BBN on a piece of paper and sticks it in his beanie, so it looks like how the court reporters have on a hat.
Oh my god. OMG, bro.
BBN, he sticks it in his beanie, so it's sticking out saying BBN.
I can imagine that this trial right here is probably small.
This is nothing for Jack to be playing with. This is a fucking trial about somebody's fucking murder. It's about 2 other victims, and it's about putting the person that's right behind bars, that's rightfully guilty. I mean, behind bars. You know what I'm saying? And this is nothing. This is nothing for the National Enquirer to be poking its nose in.
No.
You know what I mean?
I would think it's pretty small because it's a state case, right? You're not in a big federal building. You're in a state courtroom. It's very small. I'm pretty damn sure of it. Like every courtroom I've been in the state is pretty small, dude. So you're definitely sitting in there closely to these other people. Like,
I feel sorry for them. That's why he's washing his clothes.
Dude, you're so close to these people, bro. Like, he has to be sitting in the same exact area. Like, he's not on the press side. This motherfucker's not the press. He doesn't have any fucking credentials. He's on the side. Bro, there's 2 sides, and that's going to be on Taxstone's side, and that's going to be on Banger's side, bro. And there's no reason for Troy Ave's people to even be there, so I doubt they're there. It's probably all Banger's people and all Taxstone's people. And where's Jack fit in on that demographic? Nowhere.
He don't fit at all.
So I doubt this dude even does this.
He's a dude that should be outside waiting for people to come out so he can try to overhear what's going on. Because if I was the family, I would be like, I don't want that bum in here.
Both sides of the family. Yeah.
Either one of them, yeah. If I was Banger's family or if I was Taxstone's family, but more Banger's family, you know what I mean? I would be like, I don't want that bum in here talking about
even if he's going at Taxstone, I don't want you doing that.
I could understand if if Banger and Tribe's people, if they had a podcast, that they wanted somebody to come in but I don't think that they want this shit publicized like that.
If they did, they would have. It's been 4 fucking years almost.
That's what I'm saying.
And he
So
no one and it's just now that these people are giving Troy Ave a platform to talk on.
I got money, bro. I would put $500 on somebody's gonna pop off on Frost if he fucking sees this case out.
I wouldn't doubt that though. That's
I'll-
something that's
I'll
not
put
going
money
to
on it.
surprise me if that happens,
Hey
bro. because
James, I need to know the Vegas odds, James, on somebody popping off on Frost. Wow.
the Vegas odds. That's
Yeah, we need
probably
to.
you might want to rethink that, Liberty.
I mean, I still bet. I'm a betting man.
That's
I
a Chad
just got.
loser there.
I'm gonna have to take on a bunch of people. We're gonna have
That's
to parlay that shit. We're gonna have to
fun, man.
2-1. 2-1. We're gonna have to parlay that shit on the fact of what hat he is wearing
Yeah.
on that
When
day,
the blood
which
hits
is
the
gonna
fan.
be it's gonna be the beanie, and then
Fuck. Gonna be the beanie. Yeah, no, you're gonna have to put it with a regular hat. Put it with the fucking Dipset.
yeah, the Dipset hat. He's gotta get knocked out with the Dipset hat on. And I need them teeth. It's free money, man.
Teeth, bro. It's free money.
It's free
That's
money.
2,500, bro. They said minus
Yeah.
325 on.
Damn. All right, y'all. I'm gonna jump back in the clouds too. I'm gonna go inside and take care of my
Yeah,
mom.
I'm gonna jump off here soon too.
All right, man.
I just thought it was funny when he read that fucking shit. The Lord that says the truth shall set you free. I'm like, yeah, you don't say, huh? You don't fucking say. Great fucking live you had this morning, Jack. It was so telling. It was so telling, bro. You're sure.
The Jolliffe and Chill. This is in Texas. If you're down in Texas, make sure that you go pull up to this.
This motherfucker said we hosted another one, y'all. We got 2. Make sure you pull up down in Texas, man.
It's gonna be lit. I already know my homie got something to do with it.
Yellow
and
no
also
on the
not
wall.
for nothing. What day is this?
He said, I don't smoke or nothing. Well, we all know when he hung those post-it notes up, guess what? They were white. They were white as his collar. Look at them things now. Them things ain't white no more, man. Like, you got to be smoking something, or whatever it is you're inhaling in that house is harmful, sir. Like, that's yellow. Like, not even cream.
And we got a boat cruise coming up.
Piss yellow. A what?
You have a boat cruise coming up.
You ain't never
every
been
Thursday. Come here
in
for
your
all
life.
Thursdays is right there.
Look
Like
at this
what
dude.
days
We got a boat.
every Thursday.
We-
All it be
'Cause you
Thursdays.
posted
We
and
might go pull
shared
up to
it.
that tomorrow night. There might not be a Tonight Show tomorrow. We might go pull up to this tomorrow night. I don't know. This looks like they got food there.
Oh fuck! It's not a fucking charity event, bro. And for you, looks like you got food there.
I'm supposed to. Some of our people should be coming into town this week.
Oh god.
If y'all coming into town this week, we get some of our people's coming to town this week. I'm definitely gonna pull up if some of our people's coming into town this week. And we're gonna go see what's up with that. Also, shout out to Young Tef.
He looks like
it,
don't he?
If you haven't seen her, she's actually pretty funny.
Hold
For
up.
real. Shout out to Young Tef. She got some stuff going
Back
on.
at Pops.
And also, last but not least, Rich Baby got a thing going on. He actually has a channel that he got going up on now right now.
Good.
Shout out to Rich Baby.
Hit him up now.
Pull up on him. I'm pretty sure they got a whole bunch of dope things going on over there also. And also, just so we can be clear, I actually was at one of these You're Annoying shows. It's in a lit ass spot. I wish I could go live there, but I can't because they got some stuff going on and whatever the hell.
What?
But,
they're good excuse.
it's a dope ass spot. Not for nothing. Like the whole bar area is dope.
You couldn't go live there for what?
Like where it's at is dope.
Yeah.
The You're Annoying.
Yeah.
Jump off.
Yeah.
Like I told y'all before,
You
like
know
if y'all
all
ever
about
want to go out, if you in New York City and you're like, yo, Jack, what's popping? We want to go out tonight. Me and a couple of my friends. What spot do you think we should pull up at? You tell me what you like, and I can tell you where you could go. That's a fact.
That ain't nothing hard to do, Jack. Just get on Instagram and just follow people that have events.
And if I pull up with you, we going live.
You're a fucking idiot. Why didn't you go live anywhere else?
If I pull up with any of y'all to any of one of these events, we going live.
Ooh wee. What do I gain from you, Frost, going live with me? Nothing. A worse motherfucking credential. If you go live with Frost and you're with him, it brings down your property value hugely. It brings down your your aura, your vibe. If you're hanging with this guy, you probably won't be hanging with anyone with any substance. He can't even get someone to speak to him. Can't even get somebody to talk to him.
Quavo says there'll be no more Migos in his new song Greatness.
Ooh, we just read that. Ooh, we.
I can't rock
The way
with
you
Quavo right
end
now.
up. What?
I just can't rock with Quavo. I don't know about the rest of y'all. I just can't rock with
What?
I don't care how much I don't F with a family member. If you had something going on with them leaving this world, I doubt I'm gonna be.
He didn't have anything going on with him leaving the world, Jack. He didn't. He didn't.
That's not gonna happen.
This was the ending of your show, Frost. Really, bro? This is what you came to the live to do, was tell everyone about what the normal things that happen in the courtroom. The normal little things that happen in a courtroom. He had to be what? Proving what to us? What did he prove? It's called a bad look. It's a bad look. It even goes further than that. Fuck the looks. It's a bad all-around vibe, bro. Like, bleh. Bleh. Look at your skin, bro. It's different colors.
My fault. You asked me tax career if he's found not guilty.
Like,
I thought I answered it, but just in case I didn't, I'll
totally
answer it
different
again.
colors.
I
bro.
thought tax was gonna had the potential.
You got some brown,
he'd be a millionaire.
light,
like tax is killing it right now. If that shit didn't happen, he was ascending.
You a whole 12-piece chicken wing.
I need y'all to understand something. What happened shortly around the time that tax all this stuff started happening? When did they get ready to give Charlemagne his deal with HBO? When did they get ready to give Charlemagne his deal with HBO? You get it? So tax would be killing it right now. Tax. Charlemagne is like tax OG. You understand what I'm saying? So he'd be killing it right now. I think that he had the goods.
Dick sucker.
I think the only thing that actually hurt Tax is this situation. I think that if Tax would have been able to not beef with that faction, because what you got to remember is everybody runs. This is what I need y'all to understand, especially you dudes that's trying to get lit off of arguing with niggas. Everybody runs in the same circles, homie. All of the events is the same events.
Yeah.
Y'all beefing with people who you're gonna have to be working with at the same or working around the same time in the same building. That don't make sense. We all trying to get money and we all trying to live.
Yeah, it does. It makes sense if you don't like that person.
We all get money and we all trying to live, right?
We don't just fake friendships
That's
over here, bro.
We all trying to get money.
We don't fake friendships over here. Why would I fake it if we're in the same house? No.
So why would you be beefing?
I don't fake friendships over here.
Beef don't really bring money. So that's why you got to understand these dudes that be online doing all of this beefing. How many of them you really see make it?
I get it from the supporters of this.
They're not doing nothing but trying to stop other people.
Where I get it from, Frost. Nothing from you. I get it from the supporters.
Most of these people that don't do anything but beef don't even have no talent.
Support you, Frost.
Tax don't have talent.
But now they can see where the fuck they money going.
Look at these dudes that's beefing.
I ain't fucking with you no more.
Tell me what they could do other than talk negative about other people. Tell me one talent any of these dudes have other than try to say that another person doesn't have talent. Just give me one. They don't have any.
You could just go.
All they have is arguing at other niggas.
I got the notes right here.
What did we call that 10 years ago? The nigga always arguing at other niggas. What did we call that? We said that he had female tendencies, didn't we? Tell me where the lies at. If we go back 10 years and you see a dude constantly talking about another nigga, everybody looking at him side-eye. Tell me where the lies at.
10 years ago either.
So what you have to understand is most of these dudes don't have no talent. The only thing they could do is be disrespectful. Because that's all you could do when you don't have no talent is to try to distract people. Their whole thing is they trying to stop other people from making a living.
All about us.
They know that they can't.
He's all about us. We're not.
They know that they can't do this type of shit to make a living.
You can quit crying.
So their whole thing is to try to stop another nigga from making a living. Let's try to block his blessings.
We're not gonna stop.
You understand? So that's all that these niggas is trying to do. I'm not just speaking about for myself. I'm saying in general.
Monetize
Tax
or
should have
not,
never
I
gotten
am
involved
going
in that
to
type of
talk
conversation.
shit about you.
Now, it's one thing to be beefing with the nigga. You
I
say a
don't
couple
give a
of things.
fuck.
It is what it is. People disagree.
Learn it, Jack.
But it's another thing to come
Learn
online
it.
every single day and
Write
talk
it
about
down
it.
on your pad of paper.
It's another thing to make
We're
it a
not
point
quitting.
of contention that every time you get the opportunity, you're going to disrespect somebody. I think I just read the Bible, man.
Oh, that helps you out of so many situations, don't it?
Because we all need
he's
more
the guy
God in
that
our
goes
life.
to jail and becomes the Bible.
And some people, they don't even know what God looked like. If God was speaking to them, they couldn't tell. If God was speaking to them, they'd probably just think it's a hater. If God came down and talked to them, if Christ came and tried to contact them and speak to them and try to give them some wisdom, they'd probably just say, Christ is a sucker.
No, probably I'm just gonna say,
you understand? So this is the type of energy that these people move with, just in general. So what are you gonna do with your life?
Quit trespassing, pimp.
Just keep that type of stuff in the back of your mind and keep take mental notes of that.
I bet he is.
How often have I told y'all what's gonna happen in the future before it happens?
Yeah, man.
So I'm constantly telling y'all, showing you that there's a good chance, or the Most High is showing you. I'm not showing you anything. Or the Most High is basically pointing at me.
I don't think
showing
so,
you.
man. Like you've done talk shit about too many people, bro. I don't know if you're gonna be sitting right next to their families and shit, dude.
So
it's
who
a
could be
little
the
odd
people
to
that's
me,
against
man.
me? If the Most High
It's a little odd
if I'm literally telling y'all about stuff that's gonna happen before it happens, over and over and over again. I tell y'all exactly how court work.
Oh my God, we all know how.
I don't make no bones about it. I tell you, I read the Bible. I be telling you about what's in the Bible without me even picking the Bible up and telling you.
That's
just the words are just coming out of my mouth.
Talking about what you do
But you
bad.
still don't think that the Most High got his hand on me?
Nope.
Even though in my normal, natural conversation, I'm saying exactly what is in Scripture, and you don't think that God got his hand on me?
I don't.
So God got his. If I'm normally in my normal, regular conversation, just how I normally talk, then who are the people that's against me?
Me. Us.
I'm just asking.
Us.
Just take that shit into consideration when you go through your life.
Never.
Some of us has been searching for the Most High for so long that he's just in our
not
life.
Some of us. Quit trying to touch people that you're not.
Some of them have been trying to avoid God for so long that they hate every single thing that looks to them godly.
Projecting.
They've been trying to avoid God for so long. They've been trying to run away from God for so long that they hate anybody that embraces him.
Wrong.
There's nothing I can do about that. With that being said, I'm just gonna let y'all go because
yeah, see ya.
We don't have that much conversation in the chat right now. And
got that right.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna go get me a snack. And I want to relax in my home.
Are you fucking 12?
I think it's kind of like a little bit out of the socket. I heard it crack like 3 or 4 times today. I thought it kind of went back in a little, and then it cracked a little bit more.
Socket?
I think it came back out. So
you just moved it.
It's not all the way out of the socket, obviously, but I don't think it's like all the way in there.
Like that.
I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, everybody just.
Right.
Force.
That's that.
Force. Satan.
Satan never.
And I'm gonna do another incredible job. Force.
Another incredible job.
That's just how it works.
No one's watching you though. No one's gonna care, bro.
Oh, something I wanted to talk about real quick. Shout out to Instagram.
Whoa.
Shout out to Instagram. Instagram and Facebook are trying this thing out where they're gonna allow for people to be able to buy their badge. And I can't wait.
Lying. You can buy a badge.
I'm 100% gonna purchase the $15 a month badge
Why would you do that when you just talk shit about people buying a badge? You just did that, bro. You just talked about people buying a badge and how bad it was.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop you fucking lying.
Stop fucking lying. Stop lying.
And the reason why I'm going to do that is, listen and pay attention. They're going to give you extra protection from people trying to pretend to be like cloning your page and shit like that.
Nobody's doing that.
So I'm 100% in for this, and I hope YouTube
Put on Instagram
does something along these lines.
Who cares? YouTube is not going to do anything along those lines. You think YouTube's going to switch up anything they're doing that's winning? Come on, Frost.
Oh, wow.
Quit hanging out to see if you get a drop. Let's go. You're on your way home. Let's go. Land the plane. Land the plane, Jack. It's okay. Fucking love y'all, man. Don't let this motherfucking fool you. They're real people out here. Everybody don't have to come on here.
So shout out to Instagram. I can't wait for them to do that thing.
Everybody don't come on here and put on a fucking show. Everybody don't have to come on here and act like
the protection of especially actual people that's creating content. Because there's just a lot of people that they're not creating content.
Yeah, I'm creating content about you.
God can't come quick
content that's created about you.
God just cannot come quick enough. With that being said,
God already come.
If you got anybody still awake in your household, give them a hug, tell them you love them. You don't never know what's gonna happen.
Fucking love y'all, man.
Also,
until tonight,
before you go to bed and after you wake up, glass of water,
stay aggressive,
stomachs,
stay defiant.
Whenever you're helping somebody else be the best of them that they could be,
put on their motherfucking neck, y'all.
You could be. So go out there.
Don't let them up.
Like
I know niggas that's out lurking right now. I know niggas pockets hurting right now.
So, man, so that's how they tricking y'all? By saying that I'm saying my solution is money, while they're making sure that I don't have money, so my problem is literally money. So they're making sure that my problem is a lack of money, while they're convincing people don't donate money because he's only...
Hit the block with a sack and a Glock in the back full of rock with my skill on the seat. Clutching and looking my brother behind me, he up and he busting whoever he see. Niggas be rapping, but ain't never done it. They know how I'm coming, they know I'm a creep. Shoot till it stop when I
land on my feet, Mr. Lewis Gossett Jr. Ah! Ah! You gotta do this, you gotta do it, you gotta do it. We can do this. We can do this. This is it? We done? We done? I'm not quitting my job because niggas fucking destroyed my platform. I'm not bad at my job.
You're horrible.
I'm not bad at my job. I'm not quitting my job. I'm not quitting my dreams because other people can't.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm seriously thinking about just worshiping the devil. I know that's the wrong thing to do, but if I assume I'm going to hell anyway. But if I worship the devil, I could die soon and probably. I'm really considering doing it. I'm not gonna lie.
I think the hat was from the devil.
Help, you know,
I'm a motherfucking money go getter with a real nigga feeling. I do this shit with ease, bitch. I'm fast life living. I can go in any hood. They love a little nigga, couple of them hate, but stay in their place cause they don't want it with me. See me looking good, beating hard, bumping in my city, riding with that sack in that
I'm not gonna go get a job because you destroyed my platform. My platform is just fine. If y'all wasn't here harassing me, I wouldn't have a fucking problem. If y'all wasn't here trying to make everybody hate me, I wouldn't have a problem. You are trying to force me to... Ah!
everything is expensive, motherfucker. So, I don't know a la chingada, porque I never have money in my wallet, a la verga, so I don't know. I do.